Okay, so we should be live now. Let me just see if I can hear myself. Let's see if I can hear myself. Good. We can hear myself. All right, so Jay Fighter, how's it going, buddy? So basically, we're going to do an hour, 2 hour stream, whatnot. So don't be afraid to ask questions or whatever. As you can see, I've got a new COVID-19 haircut, quarantine haircut, so I don't look like a little, grub anymore. But first thing I want to say at the top here, all right, as I fix the camera, first thing I want to say off the top is obviously news has dropped. Boba Fett is going to be in The Mandalorian Season 2, which I think is absolutely fucking fantastic. And they have got the same actor playing Boba Fett that played Jango Fett. Now, Jango Fett did create Boba Fett as a clone in his own image that raised him as a son. And this clone didn't have the enhance to obviously age like the clones do. He ages normally. So this person on Facebook decides he's going to put there and say, Boba Fett should be played by a woman. I mean, I'm sorry, but no. So I said to him, no, Boba Fett is a dude. It's a clone of Jango Fett. So it makes sense to, have him play Boba Fett. Like, that's totally makes sense because it's a clone of Jango. And he's like, no, we need a transgender Boba Fett. We need this now. We need to do this. And I'm just like, what? Why do we need a transgender Boba Fett? That makes no sense whatsoever. It doesn't even work. Boba Fett is a dude. I mean, how does that even... Anyway, so he goes on to call me a misogynist and, I'm transphobia or whatever. And I'm like, no, dude. And then he gave me this whole spiel like, oh, the sequel trilogy is all about women, degrading men and showing how useless they are. And I said to him, bro, Kylo Ren's the MVP. He carries that sequel trilogy on his shoulders. And I was like, if you want... And then he's like, Rey's the awesome. She's the best. And I'm like, no, she's not. She's a shitty character. And, he does... Like, how is Rey a good character? I'm like, if you want a strong female lead... the strong female character, watch Alien and Aliens with Ripley. That is how you do a female character properly. Like, it's my second favorite. Aliens is my second favorite all-time movie. And it's got a female lead. So don't come at me and call me a misogynist. I mean, it makes no sense. Rey's just a shit character, period. But we don't need to push agendas and have a transgender Boba Fett. It makes no sense. I mean, come on. Oh, just people these days. Tell you. Jay Fighter, I'm going good. How are you going? Hot take alert. I hate the news about Boba Fett. Why do you have... Jay Fighter, I'm interested. Why... I want to know what your take is on Boba Fett. Like, because obviously you're going to have a different opinion, so I'm interested to hear what you say. What Jay Fighter says, wait, someone actually said Boba Fett needs to be trans or female. Have they ever heard of Bo Cantor? Yes, Jay Fighter. That said that Boba Fett needs to be transgender or a female. It needs to be played by a woman or it needs to be a transgender character. And I go, what? Why? We don't need to push an agenda here. This isn't about pushing a fucking agenda. Like, dude, I mean, come on. It's fucking Star Wars, for God's sakes. Brad, how's it going? How are you? Morning, I believe, in there, because it's night here. It's 12 a.m., but hey, who cares? Yeah, I mean, I don't know why people think we need to push agendas. I mean, I'm all for a female leading and playing a character, but I don't agree with changing a character to push an agenda. That's like saying you have Batman and then Batman's a man the whole entire way into the third movie and you go, Batman is actually a transgender. He's actually transgender. He's actually not a male. He's a female that has become a male. Like, then I have a big problem with that. Like, you can't do that with Boba Fett. Boba Fett is not that. So I don't understand why they're pushing agendas already. I mean, dude, come on. For me, personally, I love the news, and I'm excited because we got Ahsoka in there and Boba Fett now in there as well. Ronan, how's it going? We got both of them in there now, and I'm very excited because I've always wanted to see more of Boba Fett, and now we know he officially survives, which is awesome. Not much, Ronan. Not much, just doing a casual live stream. Jay Fighter says, so I like Boba Fett a lot. However, Return kind of ruined him. Now I am glad he isn't dead, but it feels they moved on. I don't really want a Boba Fett anymore because I feel he isn't interesting. For me, it's not interesting because he's a clone and there's barely any interesting news to tell. Okay, I see where you're coming from, but however, we always knew Boba Fett wasn't dead because in Legends he wasn't, and it was previously canon that he survived as well. We all knew Boba Fett. He's that type of character that you have in your back pocket that you can use whenever. And I think we all want to know a bit more about him. Yes, he is a clone, but Jango, remember, did raise him, and he did also see his father die at the hands of Mace Windu. So it will be very interesting to see what his take is, how he survives, and what he's doing after he survived. I just think it's going to be interesting. I mean, I trust Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. I mean, they did a fantastic job for season 1. So I'm very, very interested to see what they do. I want to see how they do this. And I do personally want to know more about Boba Fett. I think Boba Fett is a cool character. I do understand the mysterious element makes his character. I think that is a big part of his character, is like the mysterious. We didn't know anything about him until Attack of the Clones. So I can see why people would be like, just leave him. But I'm also at the same time like, yeah, but I do still want to see more Boba Fett because I thought we could use him a bit more as well. Brad says, what's better, MCU or the DCU? Okay. I think overall, taking every movie into consideration, the MCU is better. But I think the DC universe has a better movie than all the MCU films. That's my opinion. Ronan says, what are your thoughts on Warhammer 40k? I don't do Warhammer or anything. Sorry, Ronan, I have no idea. No idea. Jay Fighter, I'm also an original trilogy fan, and I really hate the special editions. I do agree. I mean, some of the stuff they added, I want them to release 4K or Blu-ray of the originals, not this special edition crap. Because I do agree with that. Like the special editions do take a bit of the, I don't know how to say it, but they do take a bit from it, and you kind of like, you don't need to do that. Jay Fighter, including Boba sounding like Morrison. Super duper hot take alert. In my opinion, Mandalorian is the worst piece of Star Wars since The Phantom Menace. Ooh, disagree, Jay Fighter. I think it is since Revenge of the Sith. Since Disney have taken over, I can tell you now, to me, The Mandalorian is the most Star Wars. It's more Star Wars than any of the sequel trilogies, Rogue One and Solo. I think this feels more Star Wars to me. And what I like is Jon Favreau making it feel like Star Wars, but also making it feel different as well. Not a generic thing that we see all the time. And I think most of us wanted to see the nitty-gritty, bounty hunting, scummy side of the Star Wars universe that we never got to see. And we are finally seeing it now. And I'm excited. I love The Mandalorian. I have no problems with it. But I understand that you think it's... I mean, to me, Last Jedi is the worst fucking piece of shit that's ever been produced from Star Wars. That's just my opinion. Ronan says, Spider-Man or the Hulk? I'm a Spider-Man guy. He's my favorite superhero of all time. Comics, everything. Spider-Man has always been my person, so I've always gravitated to him. The Hulk, I'm not really a big Hulk fan. That's why I didn't really care with what they did with Hulk in Endgame. I'm not the biggest Hulk fan, so... Brad says, what's my favorite season of Sons of Anarchy? Or my favorite season? I'm going to say it is... What season is it? When does he die? Sorry, people. Season 5 is my favorite, Brad, because that's when Opie dies, and that's when you really see his character really change. And that's the moment when that happens. When when that all happens, you're like, Jax, whatever the fuck you do, doesn't matter how bad it is, we're on your side now. So season 5 for me is like my favorite. All right, Jay Fighter, have I seen A New Hope on Disney Plus? No, I haven't seen it on Disney Plus. I haven't watched New Hope yet on Disney Plus. I have all the DVDs and that. I do have the originals on VHS at my mum and dad's. Like, we have the original trilogy ones on there. So yeah, but I haven't seen it on Disney Plus. Is there like a completely different thing? Must be more updated things to it. Okay, Ronan says Batman or Iron Man. Batman. I'm not the biggest Iron Man fan. I do understand that Robbie Downey Jr.'s Iron Man has a lot of character development, but Spider-Man and Batman are the 1 and 2 for me. Them two are the top. They're the ones I grew up with the most, and they're the ones I gravitated to more. Batman, to me, beats Iron Man every day. Jay Fighter, I wanted to see the scummy side of Star Wars. I just didn't like the way it was presented. I mean, it is sort of, at this point, I think what you might wanted to see is, tell me if I'm wrong or not, but what is it that you want to see, like pre-Empire, like pre before A New Hope, like then, or is it the more afterwards? Because this is more after the Empire crumbles, so everything's a bit chaotic and stuff like that. To me, I think we've only seen a glimpse of it. I don't think we've seen all of it. I think we're going to be expanded upon, and I'm looking forward to how they're going to expand upon it. But I want to know if you mean did you want to see it pre before the Empire, or do you just think that now after the Empire it's just not being portrayed how you thought it would be? Leo's the Hulk in WWE, yeah. Sunflower, how's it going? Ronan says poker or blackjack? Poker. I love poker. I play it on my phone and love playing it with my friends as well. So yeah. Brad says favorite Dragon Ball Z season. Ooh. I'm gonna go, if it's just Z, Cell. I think the Cell saga. I'm gonna go the Cell saga is my favorite out of Z. I think that just eclipses the Frieza saga for me. Ronan says Superman or Doctor Strange? Superman to me. I didn't really know much about Doctor Strange until the movie. So, I mean, Superman, I've grown up with Superman as well. So, Jay Fighter, okay, you're lucky. What Disney did to A New Hope is awful. It's the latest edition with what looks like an Instagram filter over it that basically insults the work of the artist. Now it looks dark and bleak. Also, Greedo. Oh, okay. There you go. I didn't know that, Jay Fighter. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. I have the DVDs and stuff, so I normally watch it on that. I don't really normally watch it on Disney Plus. But if that's the case, that's terrible. Okay, Tommy, how's it going? Still haven't. No, mate, I don't sleep these days. Omega, how's it going? Jay Fighter says, to me, Rebels, Resistance, Mandalorian, and The Phantom Menace was the worst piece of Star Wars. I haven't watched Resistance. I don't care for it, to be honest. Rebels, it's decent. It's all right. I think the Obi-Wan and Maul fight, they should have saved that for the live-action Obi-Wan series. Would have been fantastic to see that. Phantom Menace, I don't think the Phantom Menace is that bad. Like, compared, I would put Solo and Last Jedi underneath it. So yeah, and The Mandalorian, I totally disagree with you on that one. Sorry. Brad says thoughts on Michael Bay Transformer movies. Oh god, I do have a video on the Transformer movies and the stuff like that. They are trash. I used to love them when I was a kid, but now that I've obviously grown up and started to realize it, they're just visual noise. They are just pure visual noise. They are shit. Especially the newest ones are just pure shit. But Bumblebee, what Travis Knight did, was perfect. That's what Transformers is. So I'm interested to see how they're going to do Transformers moving forward now. And I can't wait to see what they're going to do. That's going to be awesome. Ronan, do you call it soccer football? I call it football, but then I go football, soccer for people who don't know what I'm talking about because there's American football and stuff like that. Kylie, wow, your head. Who did it? Well, I don't know who did it. I did it myself. So, Jay Fighter, I was just trying to watch it last night, but it was so ridiculously dark. It just bothered. It not only insults the work of the artist, but what it replaces with it. Yeah, dude. Thanks, Jay Fighter, for that heads up. So I'm just going to chuck in the DVD that I've got so I don't have to do that whenever I watch it again. I mean, I watched Empire, and Empire didn't look too bad to me. It still looked normal. I don't know if you've seen Empire on there and Return of the Jedi, but they sort of looked normal to me, unless it was just a recent update, because I did watch them, a week ago. So unless they've done it in the week and redone it, so that would be interesting. So yeah, if you've watched it recently, let me know. Jay Fighter, Travis Knight saved Transformers. He did. But I don't think he's directing the sequel to Bumblebee. So that's going to be interesting. Angry Joe compared Bumblebee to a Disney Channel movie. It's not a Disney Channel movie. Bumblebee is really, really good. And it's what I want a Transformers movie to be, because there's heart and it's not just visual noise. And the humanoid characters actually fucking matter for once, which is a first, because in the Transformers, they don't really matter. Kylie lies. Jay Fighter, to me, Phantom Menace was the worst for multiple reasons. Most significantly because it had no impact on the rest of, I think you mean, of the saga that you can't put together. Yeah, in a way, I can see why you're saying that. But I can see that. I just think it was like it could had so much potential, but it just wasn't what it was supposed to be. I think, you got Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan and stuff, so you've got like the characters there, but unfortunately for me, I do rank it in the, like, it's probably just above, if not below, Attack of the Clones. Them two go like this, so it'll be interesting to see what you think. If you probably obviously think Attack of the Clones is better, but I mean, I can see what you're coming with. You could take that out and just start at Attack of the Clones. So I do understand that, but yeah. Let's see. Did I go past anything? Nope. Ronan says, Family Guy, The Simpsons. Now that I've grown up and I understand Family Guy a lot more, Family Guy for me. Brad, have I seen Fight Club? Yes, I have seen Fight Club. Thank you. Tommy, I'm kind of tempted to ask the same question I asked film the other night. Oh, Tommy. No, we're not going down that road, Tommy. We are not going down that road. Not those type of questions, buddy. Okay. Where are we at? Jay Fighter, I swear if Bay directs the next Transformers movie, I won't see it. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, Jay Fighter. I have given Michael Bay plenty of chances. I've given his Transformers plenty of chances. I refuse to see a Michael Bay Transformers movie again. I'm done. I'm done with that, yeah. Kylie, Tommy, watch my cover of Billie Eilish. Oh, yeah. All right, you still my fans. Damn, you failed a feat. Yes. Kylie, what questions? You said anything? Oh, all right, Tommy. Kylie said to ask the question. So, I mean, the wife's given it an okay. So, whatever you want to say, Tommy, say it, I guess. Tommy's going to check it out, Kylie. J Fighter, our text. What you did? I just pushed about. I wanted to see how far he would go by saying that, by asking those questions. I wanted to see if he would legit, but Tommy then took it to the next level, and the stuff he was asking was just like, woo! It was like as if I just opened the gateway for him, and Tommy just went full in and gone, I'm pushing this to the extreme. But I mean, I've seen stuff on YouTube that's 10 times worse than that. So I mean, I watch Joe Weller's waffling and that, and they talk about shit like that all the time. Like people ask questions about that, and yeah. So I mean, I've seen shit like that. So yeah. Okay. Ronan says pizza or Bunnings snag. I love a good old Bunnings snag. I mean, you can't beat it. But what type of pizza are we talking? Are we talking Domino's, Pizza Hut, or are we talking the Bavarian pizza? Are we talking New York slice pizza? But I mean, you can't go wrong with Bunnings snag. I mean, they're pretty good. Brad says, the worst Dragon Ball Z fight. Okay. Now, Brad, you are really picking my mind here. I've got to go back. The worst Dragon Ball Z fight. So I'm excluding Super, and I'm excluding Dragon Ball and GT. So I'm gonna say the worst fight in Dragon Ball Z is probably going to be my least favorite fight. Oh, this is hard, Brad. You've really picked my brain here. I'm going to say the Goku Raditz one at the start. It's a pretty boring fight. I mean, I think they didn't use Raditz properly. So, yeah, that's mine, Brad. I think the Raditz fight at the start is pretty average. But obviously, it's the start of the series, and then it gets way better. Although you could also... Actually, no, I'm going to scrap that. I'm going to say when Vegeta kills Kui. That is the worst fight because Vegeta just fucking one-shots him, basically. It's a terrible fight. Guys, my toes is bruised. Alex bashed me. I didn't touch you. Domino's Pizza. I'm taking a snag then, Ronan. All right. Jay Fighter says, I was dying that night and was trying so hard to keep it in because I'm a knockdown. My family's trying to sleep. Yeah, it was fucking hilarious. I mean, yeah. Omega Red says, hey, Altex, much respect to you and Australia. Went to see AC/DC in Sydney. Had lots of fun, mate. Wow. There you go. Thank you, Omega Red. So you went and saw AC/DC in Sydney. So, Omega Red, are you from Australia as well? Or did you just come over to watch them here in Sydney? Because that's interesting because I'm actually from down there. I was born in Albury and I lived in Ingleburn and Campbelltown in that area down in Sydney. So, yeah, I'm very interested to hear. Did you come over to watch them, or are you actually Australian? That's very interesting. Jay Fighter, thoughts on Justice League? All right, my thoughts on Justice League. They rushed it so much. I mean, they killed Superman earlier. We all knew Superman was coming back. You're not literally gonna have a what's it called? A Justice League without Superman. Like. That's like saying, oh, I'm going to have Justice League without Batman and Superman. It's not going to happen. So we all knew he was coming back. So that's mistake number one. Mistake number two, Cyborg and Flash had no character development whatsoever. They were just there. And yeah, so that was pretty crappy. Steppenwolf as a villain was trash. What was the point of him? There's nothing there. He's got no motive, no nothing. It's kind of just like, we'll just put Steppenwolf in there so we can lead to Darkseid, which is what I thought they were doing. But now who fucking knows what's going on? And then my biggest problem is that when Superman rocks up in the fight, right? He rocks up and absolutely floors Steppenwolf. Floors him. He can defeat him right then and there. Instead, he goes and saves all these people when he can just end Steppenwolf right there and then go. So I had a bit of a problem with that because the Flash was already gone to grab someone. And see, this is what I mean. They didn't use the Flash properly because the Flash was just kind of like a little bitch in it. And like the Flash could really have saved so many people. Why Superman beat the shit out of this guy. But they did kind of OP Superman and depower Wonder Woman, Aquaman in the process. So I think they rushed it. And it's not really a... It could be so much better, but I mean, it's better than Batman vs Superman, but only just, in my opinion. All right, Brad, favorite action sequence from the John Wick movies? I'm gonna say John Wick 2 when he is running through the I think it's the Colosseum in Italy. He's running through there and he's just fucking people up. That is awesome. Yeah, so that to me is probably my favorite action sequences where he's just picking the guns up and just shooting them is awesome. Tommy says, favorite Star Wars character of all time and why? Okay. So Tommy, my favorite Star Wars character is actually not from the movies and is not from the movies or TV shows. It's actually from one of the books and legends. It is Revan. Revan is my favorite character. One, because he is the master of light and dark. Two, he has an absolutely fantastic story that has so much backstory to him. He's this gifted Jedi that is just so gifted. They've never seen this. And he disobeys the Jedi order to go and take down the Mandalorians and Malachor 5. He does some dirty shit that is like really evil to win the war. Then he goes and finds the Sith. He gets converted to a Sith and literally is on the brink of destroying the Republic before he's apprentice, Darth Malak, turns on him, and then he goes back to the Jedi, defeats Darth Malak, and that gets his memory wiped, and then he starts coming flooding back, and he goes and he does and fights the Sith, and this guy is held by one of the greatest Sith Lords ever. For 300 years, he is mentally fighting this guy as he's trapped there, as the Sith Lord's taking energy from him. Like, this Revan is just a character. That's why I want to see him in a movie, because he is just one of those characters that is so fucking fascinating, so much backstory, and he's so gifted in so many ways, and he's the master of light and dark. He uses both. It's absolutely brilliant. And he is the pinnacle of what you see in Star Wars now, because, well, Disney probably said it's not canon, but to me, it's canon. Revan made a holocron. Darth Bane saw that, and that's where Darth Bane got the rule of 2 from. So he is a major character to me in the Star Wars universe. J-Fight, I was literally in my bed laughing so hard and trying so hard not to wake up my sister, who was a room away from me. Carly, don't comment on my grammar. Ronan says, what superpower? Invisibility, but you can never like Spider-Man again, or never want for anything again, but you can never have another punning snag. Oh gosh. If I could have superpower, it wouldn't be invisibility, because that's too lame. My superpower would be, I would probably want flight. Would be cool, because you could fly everywhere, but then you could have super strength or super speed. Probably telekinesis would be probably mine, where I can move shit with my mind. That'd be pretty cool. Brad, when he messes up. Yeah, the book in the library is pretty cool as well. I think I've gone here. All right, Omega Red. No, I'm from Texas, but I wanted to see the band in its birthplace. Met Brian, Angus, Malcolm, Phil, and Cliff. Unfortunately, I wasn't around when both Bon Scott died. Wow. That's commitment, man. AC/DC are a legend, man. I listened to them as well. I grew up on them. Metallica, Def Leppard, Pink Floyd. That's what my dad listened to. I grew up on all that stuff. So that's awesome that you got to see them in Sydney, man. That's awesome. I know my brother and dad went and saw AC/DC live as well. And here's a fun fact for you, Omega Red. When Thunderstruck started playing, it rained as soon as the first chord was done, and it stopped raining as soon as the last chord. Like, how insane is that? As Thunderstruck was playing, it rained the whole entire time and then stopped. That's just insane. Jay Fighter. Justice League to me was worse than Batman vs Superman. However, Batman at the very least was more accurate, but still said too many jokes. At least Whedon understood Superman, and Cavill finally acted like Superman. I'm interested to see what Snyder's was as well. I want to see what Snyder's cut was, because I know Joss Whedon had to sort of basically redid it again. So it would be interesting to see what he had to go with it. But I mean, Batman vs Superman, to me, I reckon you can just, if they didn't kill Superman in that movie, I would remove that movie and just have Justice League straight after Man of Steel. Yeah, J5, I hated Flash Justice League. Yeah, he was so totally underutilized. Tommy, I reckon he'll say Kylo or Luke. Oh, well, I was wrong. Yeah, you're wrong, Kylie. And if I'm going by the movies, Kylie, it's Darth Vader / Anakin. That, to me, in the movies, he's the greatest character. Tommy, who's your favorite Star Wars character, Kylie? Is it Han Solo or Yoda? Interesting. Jay Fighter, my favorite Star Wars characters are Obi-Wan, Anakin, Luke, and Ahsoka. The reason I say Anakin is because of Clone Wars. That's fair. Jay Fighter, I also love Revan. I love it. To me, so it goes... Revan is number 1, then Darth Bane, then Vader, then Malgus, and then probably Obi-Wan would be there. But I obviously love Revan and Bane. Those two are they are top notch for me. Brad, a movie you like but you don't see yourself watching it again. A movie that I like that I won't see myself watch again. Probably Marriage Story. I really, really like that film, but I don't know if I can watch it again, because it tackles a lot of stuff throughout the whole divorce and stuff like that. And your kid there, it's so it's an emotional ride. And the ending, bro, gets me it got me so hard when the ending when he's sitting on the bed with his kid. I don't know if I can watch Marriage Story again. I love that film. I I think it's an absolute masterpiece, but I don't know if I'll be able to watch it again. Kylie, I love Yoda, but BB-8 or Chewbacca, but I'm a bit weird. What are you trying to say, Tommy? What are you trying to say? Oops, I think did. Oh my god, this chat, bro. All right, Ronan, 20 million subscribers or coronavirus cease to exist. I'll take the 20 million subscribers. I'll take that. No, I'm just joking. Get rid of the coronavirus. Get us out there so I can play football so people don't have to die. That would be awesome. Jay Fighter, Snyder revealed what he wanted. I'm telling you, it's awful. I mean, I still want to see it. I want to see it. And to you, it might be awful, but to me, it might be 10 times better than what that. I mean, but after Batman vs. Superman, if it's that, then whew. Hello, I haven't peeked my career. It's hard to imagine. Ronan says Yoda is his favorite. Oh gosh, this is like, you guys are just sending things in too much. All right, Jay Fighter, worst MCU film. For me, it changes every day, but I say Black Panther is probably my least, right next to Far From Home. Okay. The worst, Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 is the worst. Then Thor: The Dark World. Then Iron Man. No, then what's it called? Guardians Volume 2, and then Iron Man 3. I think Iron Man 2 is just the worst MCU film by far. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's pretty, yeah. Tommy, who would you see is your least favorite character of the main cast for dubs? For me, I'd say Chi-Chi. Ooh, my least favorite character for the dubs. Would be what's the cat's name? That's always with fucking Yamcha. Purr? I think it's Purr. I don't care for that character. That character's fucking trash. Get rid of it. I wouldn't even care. I mean, if you got rid of that cat fucking thing, that'd be good. That's like the worst character for me. I don't mind Chi-Chi. I don't mind her. I think she's a good counterbalance to Goku. Jay Fighter, what Snyder wanted for Justice League? I'm telling you, is worse than anything in Batman vs. Superman. Oh, okay. He's done it. Oh, there we go. Zack Snyder's movie was the dream sequence in Batman vs. Superman. I hate Batman vs. Superman. Jay Fighter, I was about going into a dream sequence or something where they would fight evil Superman. Batman would also have guns, like I said, everything. Oh, okay. He wanted Batman to kill with guns to keep killing. I mean, I have no problem with Batman killing in self-defense and stuff like that, but when he gets a gun out like that, I don't agree with that. That's pretty extreme. But a whole dream sequence? Nah, yeah, if that's the actual case, then fuck that. Ronan says Star Wars or the MCU? Star Wars, easy. I like the MCU, but Star Wars to me is my favorite movie franchise. It is my second favorite franchise of all time, behind Dragon Ball. So I'm taking Star Wars over the MCU. Tommy, by the way, what time is it for you guys right now? 9:30 a.m. where I'm at. It is 12:30 a.m. right here, right now, Tommy. So, Jay Fighter, Batman would have literally been hunting Nazi Superman cults like, like in the dream of Batman vs. Superman. So it's basically that. What we saw in that dream when the Flash comes and tells Bruce, that's what Justice League was going to be. Yeah, no, fuck that. Fuck that. Oh, here we go. John's in the chat now. He loves Jar Jar Binks. I hate Jar Jar Binks. Why would you put Jar Jar Binks in there? Brad says, do you think in Spider-Man Far From Home, Jake Gyllenhaal could have been a better villain? I do think Mysterio could have been a better villain. The only thing I didn't like about him was how he was he worked for Tony Stark like that. I think that hindered his character for that motive. But other than that, I did like his character. I thought Jake Gyllenhaal was fantastic as Mysterio. He was fantastic. He's basically fantastic in everything that he does, Jake Gyllenhaal. I just think the way that they did the motive for the character could have been better. That's what I think. Otherwise, I do like the Mysterio character. Like I said, it was awful. Yeah, Jay Fighter. If that's what it is, then I agree with you as well. Well, I just surpassed my comment. How rude. Yeah, Kylie. Yep. All right. Cool. Yeah, I will. Jay Fighter. Honestly, it's down to me that they let Snyder direct Batman vs Superman and let him direct Justice League as well, when his movies kept receiving backlash. Yeah, Man of Steel was 50-50. It split people. I obviously think it's a masterpiece, but then what we got from Batman. So you got Man of Steel up here, to me, top 5 comic book film of all time. Batman vs Superman, bottom 5 comic book films of all time. So there's a big difference there. So I would have just, after Batman vs Superman, just gone, yeah, nah, done. See you later. Tommy Cha-Cha is the hottest Star Wars character by far. Changed my mind. Well, mate, if you swing that way, that's fine by me. You've been so rude all night, Alex. Should smack you. Oh, good one, Kai. Good one. Like IRL or YouTube channel. What do you mean, Tommy? I don't know what you mean by that. John, when you going blind, I hear a status got a number. No, Kylie did that. She just did that without my knowledge. That's not my knowledge at all. So I gave her, if she got me 50 subs, I would do it, but she didn't. So therefore, it's not happening. Simple as. Okay. Typical. Yeah, get out of here. Thinking community. Do we have to pay tax if we work online? I do believe so, buddy. I think you do have to pay tax if you work. Well, if you work for a company, right? If you work for a company and you're working at home online for that company, they pay you, they'll pay the taxes on that. But if it's you, if it's your own entity, your own company, you're in charge and you working online, yeah, I think you do have to pay them. Jay Fighter, along with Batman vs Superman, basically proves Snyder has no intent for the so-called character arc. People keep saying he becomes the Boy Scout at the end, and then Batman vs Superman basically says no. Yeah, I do agree. Batman vs Superman, I think Man of Steel has this great character arc for Superman, and then they just absolutely just fucking Batman vs Superman just threw it right out the window, and I was kind of like, yeah, let's just leave Batman vs Superman alone. Unrealistic to get 50 subs in 2 bloody days. No, it's not, Carly. No, it's not. Brad, have you ever seen The Crow? I have seen The Crow. It's an older movie. It'd be interesting to see if they redo it. That would be interesting. But I actually don't mind The Crow. I haven't seen it in about 2 years or so I'm going to have to rewatch it. But, I mean, from what my previous knowledge is, I actually don't mind it. So, yeah. Let me just... think community, Java or Kotlin. Which one do you prefer? What is this? I don't know. I've never used either of them. Sorry, buddy. So I have no idea what they are. Yeah. Got sexy lips to go. Jay Fighter. Superman is in Batman vs Superman. To me, is the worst Superman of all time. Man of Steel shortly followed. In Batman vs Superman, just Wonder Woman. That all of them, there's just just crap. Batman vs Superman is just crap. It's just crap. They ruined it. They should have just done Man of Steel 2. Simple as. Maybe if he talked about more than Star Wars and Dragon Ball. We are, bruh. We are. What are you talking about? Sunflower, I went to Sydney with Omega. That's awesome. Do you like Sydney? That'll be interesting. Did you guys enjoy your time at Sydney? Because I like Sydney. So, yeah. John, Alex loved the Dragon Ball Evolution movie. Reckons best live action. John, what is this Dragon Ball Evolution movie you're talking about? Because I have no idea. I've never heard that movie. So, yeah. Think community, will you eat an owl if there's nothing else to eat and you haven't eaten anything in the last 1 week? In the last week, I guess. Would I eat an owl if there's nothing else to eat? So I don't know. That's a hard one. Would I eat? Yeah, probably. I would cook now. If there's nothing else to eat and it's been a week and I'm starving, I'll cook now. Simple as. I'll probably cook most fucking. At that point, I'd probably be like, I'd fucking eat anything, any animal basically, except for my dog. Tommy, which is better, Dragon Ball, Star Wars? Dragon Ball is my favorite of all time, closely followed by Star Wars. What are you doing? Kai, we are live right now. J Fighter, Batman vs. No, it wasn't Man of Steel 2. It wasn't. Okay, cool. Tommy, she knows your real name, apparently. I don't consider it Man of Steel 2. I don't. Batman vs. Superman is not Man of Steel 2. It's Justice League 1.5. Don't forget Doomsday. Yeah, Doomsday just, yeah. Sunflower, yes, we did. We actually saw Ozzy over there, like Ozzy Osbourne. Did you actually see that? Because if you did, that's pretty insane. Because I grew up watching, listening to him as well, so that's cool. I call bullshit, pal. Yeah, John, whatever. Think Community, chicken or the egg came first. Interesting take. What did come first, the chicken or the egg?
Chicken.
Kylie reckons the chicken, but I'm here to tell you, it's not the chicken nor the egg. It's the aliens who put the chicken and the egg down at the same time.
God.
Aliens came first.
J Fighter, stick with me here. It was God. Hey.
Go away, Kai.
No.
Kylie, Kylie, you're wrecking the stream here.
No,
Sunflower.
See me. They don't want to see
Yes,
you.
Kylie, get you.
What?
Your light. What? Your light's ruining things, mate. Don't do that, Kylie. Please don't. Please don't. Gosh, you're so weird. Wow, Sunflower, you actually saw Osborne. That's awesome. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool that you saw Ozzy Osbourne as well.
What
are you doing?
I'm just fixing my hair.
Okay. Ronan says, what's your thoughts on Isaac Butterfield? Who's Isaac Butterfield again? Do you know who that is, Kai?
Oh, he said that.
I actually have never watched him. Sorry, Ronan. Never watched him. The Rooster, yeah. Answer the chicken and the egg question. Evolution.
He said that aliens brought.
What did Kai?
Chicken.
I seriously didn't even hear. I just heard my name.
And I said God, and then I said J Fighter, back me up.
Right. Make sure you close the door on your way out.
Everyone loves me. They hate you.
Just don't listen to her.
Puked all over me.
Who?
The child.
The child puked all over her. All right. Don't forget to close the door, thanks. All right. Think Community. When was the last time you cried? A couple of days ago. Was it a couple of days ago? Yeah, it would have been a week ago or something like that. So, yeah. Probably then. Yeah, that was probably the last time I cried. So, yeah, I'm just going to have a drink out of my Kylo Ren cup. Think Community, how many girls' numbers are in your phone? All right, let's have a look. I'll tell you right now. All right, contacts. So, I've got my mother-in-law. I got my best friend's girls. My sister. Then I've got a work friend, my wife, my sister, work, my mum, my nan, work. So I've got like 15, and they're all like work stuff like that. So yeah. Brad, why do you think the Harry Potter movies are overrated? Okay. The first two, yeah, whatever. They make this crap. Like this little kid's just beating this guy up. Yeah, bullshit. The third one that everyone thinks is the best, I actually really hate. It's the worst, in my opinion. Goblet of Fire is decent. I don't mind that. But basically, you've got this Voldemort character who's like supposed to be the Darth Vader of theirs and stuff like that. But he's a little bitch. He dies. And like, just doesn't make any sense. I'm just not the biggest fan of Harry Potter. I think it's way overrated because, especially the last fight, when they're like this and he just fades away. It's sort of like the Palpatine thing. I had a problem with how Palpatine died. It's the same thing that they did with Voldemort as well. And it's kind of like underwhelming. After watching that battle, I was like, I watched all these movies to get to here. That's bullshit. And then I basically get to the point where, what's it called? Now I've lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. Harry should have got with, what's it called? He should have got with Hermione. It was there. And then he just didn't. Like, just absolute crap. To me, yeah, they're just overrated. That's how I feel. I feel like they're overrated. He cried when he was realizing he was going blind. Yeah, good one. Good one. Think community. Have you ever killed or seriously injured anyone? No, I've never killed anyone. Have I seriously injured someone? I don't think I've ever seriously injured someone. No, not to my. I don't think I've seriously injured. Like, I don't think I've broken anyone's leg or anything in a game. So, no, I wouldn't say I've seriously injured anyone. So, yeah. You guys talking. Jay Fighter, Harry Potter movies are overrated to me as well. The kid actors are also crappy. Yeah, I think it's just overrated. It's not my cup of tea. Jay Fighter, what are you talking about? Palpatine died perfectly exploding in the Death Star 2. Yeah, I know. They should I thought it was a good idea to bring him back, but the execution was absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. So, yeah. So we might just, if we get rid of the sequels, then, just Palpatine didn't come back. Think community, if you wanted to kill me, how would you do it? If I wanted to kill you, that's a bit of an extreme fucking question, bro. I've watched a lot of movies on how to do this stuff, so I don't know. Depends if you're bigger than me. If you're bigger than me, then it's going to change what I do. I would like to think myself as like a John Wick. I just John Wick your ass. But I mean, that is my ideal. But I don't know if I've got the skills to do that. But who knows? I might. No one knows. Okay. Tom, what is your favorite video game of all time? My favorite video game of all time. Wow. I'm going to probably say my favorite video game of all time. That's a lot. I'm probably going to have a pretty generic answer here. It's probably the game I play the most, and it's probably FIFA, because I really, really, really like FIFA, even though I know it's the same as the last year. I don't know. I'm just a football fan, so that's probably my favorite game of all time because it's every year. So, yeah. Brad says, do you like Martin Scorsese movies? Yeah, I do. I do like some of his movies. I think The Irishman was a bit overrated. I didn't think it was particularly Oscar-worthy, but I don't mind him. Yeah, I don't mind him. Jay Fighter, did you know Palpatine was dead in Rise of Skywalker? That it was just a clone? You need to read the books, Outtex. Just kidding. The current books are not. No, yeah, he didn't actually die. His physical body died, but he essence transferred his essence basically into the clone, and the clone was imperfect. That's the thing. That's what he did. He does it in Legends as well. We all know that, but yeah, it's pretty. They didn't execute it right, so yeah. Think community. If you held a world record, what would it likely be for? So if I held a world record, what would it be likely for? Oh, that's a tough one. I don't know. Probably. It'd probably be an eating one. Probably be that. That's what I would say. So, yeah. I would probably say that. Otherwise, yeah, I'd probably say it'd be eating, because that would probably be the ones, or something ridiculously weird. So, J Fighter, rank the Avengers movies, including Civil War, which is Avengers 2.0. 2.5, sorry. For me, it's 5 Endgame, 4 Infinity War, 3 Civil War, 2 Age of Ultron, Avengers. I'm going to go 1 Infinity War, 2 Civil War, 3 Endgame, 4 Age of Ultron, 5 The Avengers. they retconned it in the books. They've released the new Rise of Skywalker book, and in that it is explained that he's a clone and stuff like that. So I don't know. They say 1 minute it's like, oh no, the books aren't canon, and they bring out a book that retcons what happens in the movies and shit, and you're like, no, this is canon. What is it? And that's why there's so much confusion. Think community, if you could be any insect, what would it be? A wasp. It'd be a wasp because they don't fly around and sting people for fun. Jay Farter, I got hit in the elbow with it. Someone's tooth once. Ooh. Think community, in an ideal world, how many hours a day would you be awake? So, in an ideal world, well, it all depends because you do need sleep. So I need about minimum. I can run on like minimal sleep, but it does take a lot out of me to do it. But I would say ideally I'd like to be asleep for anywhere between 6 to 8 hours would be the ideal. So yeah, and then I'm hard to take naps. I'm gonna be really tired. John says Alex loves The Last of Us 2. Film Attackers put him on I don't own a PlayStation, so I actually haven't played the first one. I've never played that game, so yeah. Tommy, would you swap girlfriends with the Film Attackers for one day if I paid $1,000? Well, I don't have a girlfriend, so we can't swap girlfriends. But no, I wouldn't swap my wife for anyone. Ronan, if you could be for one day an animal, what would it be? If I could be any animal, it would probably be a great white, so I can go into the sea and see what's down there. That'd be pretty cool. Brad, guess what's my favorite animation movie? Your choices are The Nightmare Before Christmas or How to Train Your Dragon. Brad, I know you love the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy, so I'm going to say that's your favorite. Tell me, I'm a wife. I hope he doesn't have a girlfriend. I don't, Kylie. Think community, if you could go back to school for 1 year, which grade would you choose? If I could go back to school for 1 year, it would be probably grade 12. I'd go back to grade 12 because that's when I'm like top of the school and stuff like that. And I would do things differently in grade 12 and stuff like that. And yeah, we dominated in football at school. We like flogged everyone. So it'd be cool to go back and just flog people again. So think community, if you could be inside any game, which would you pick inside any game? So I could be in that game universe. Ooh, that's a tough one. Probably Fallout. I think that would be pretty. Yeah, it'd be cool at the same time as crap, but I think it'd be pretty cool to live that. So yeah. J511 best DCEU character for me. It's probably Diana or Billy Batson. For me, DCEU character is Superman. Man of Steel Superman to me is the best. Think community, what's the dirtiest thought you've ever had? The dirtiest thought I've ever had is probably chopping someone in mud on the football field. That's probably the dirtiest I've ever thought, just sliding in that mud, just 2 foot straight through them, just boom, get up and be like, sit down, fool. That'd be awesome. That's probably the dirtiest I've ever had. Ronan, if you left the country, what would you want to be welcomed back with? Bunning snags or full-size work? Okay, I'm going to tell you a funny thing. When I came back from America and Mum and Dad picked me up, the first thing I said to her was, because it was about lunchtime, I said to her, Mum, I need to have a beef sausage. I need to have a fucking sausage in bread because they don't have them in America. So I was craving them for a whole year. I was like, I need to have it. That was the first thing. So, but if I had the choice of a full-size working Spider-Man suit, I'm taking the Spider-Man suit easily. Brad, Alex, you are correct. I know that's one of your favorites of all time. So I knew that had to be. Jay Fighter, best MCU phase. The recent one we just had is, I think, that. Oh, what ones were in there? Yeah, I'm gonna say the phase 3 was the best. It had the most movies and it had the best movies, in my opinion. Tommy, what is your favorite horror movie of all time? It's actually the first It, 2017, the remake one, that to me is my favorite horror movie of all time now. I actually really, really like that. Think Community. What's the first thing you'd do if you woke up one day and you were the opposite sex? Oh, gosh. I don't know if this stream can take what I would do, because I can tell you now that would be interesting, because then I could see what my wife experiences and stuff like that and be like, it would be a good learning experience, because then I could learn things, because I would be able to, I'm in that body, so I'm able to learn things about women and stuff like that, and probably be more sympathetic towards them. So the first thing I would do is probably wake up, look in the mirror and go, damn, they could have given me bigger tits or some shit like that. Like, that's probably what I'd do the first thing, like, to be honest. That's just me. That's probably what I'd do. Or I'd be like, damn, what the fuck's going on here? That's probably, yeah. So, J Fighter, my favorite MCU phase is 2, 1, and then 3. Kylie, Alex, question. What is it, Kylie? Just hit me with it. Hit me with it. Okay. Ronan says, Tom Holland is smaller than you, so the suit wouldn't fit, or at least you can train Leo to be the superhero. I don't know. I don't know if Tom Holland is. It'd be interesting. I think he's the same height as me, like that. I don't know. Yeah. Brad, I recently watched Man of Steel and I really enjoyed it. I don't understand hate. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Brad. I know it is such a masterpiece of a film. I thoroughly enjoyed that. J Fighter, It 2 is definitely our Texas second favorite horror movie. No, it's not, J Fighter. I've never been so disappointed in a movie before until It Chapter 2. The trailers looked sick. I loved the first one. I was like, Jessica Chastain, James McAvoy, Bill Hader. What more do you want? And I've never been so disappointed in my life. Tommy, would you rather lose your right arm or right leg? That's tough. That is tough, because I love my legs. I love running around, being able to kick a ball and stuff like that with my right leg and stuff like that. But my right arm, I use that for everything. You know what? I'm going to go right arm, because I can always get a fake right arm, like a cool robotic arm. That'd be cool. But my leg, nah, don't touch my leg. Kylie, Tommy, his arm for sure. Yeah, I'm taking my arm. Think Community. Oh, wait, sorry. I missed Ronan. If you were to have a sponsor, who would it be? I think you're talking football, obviously. When I play football, it'd be Adidas, because I only ever wear Adidas. So, Think Community, what's the most embarrassing thing your parents have caught you doing? The most embarrassing thing? I don't know. What would be the most embarrassing thing my parents have ever caught me doing? Probably being outside, when I'm I was probably 15, 16. I was outside kicking the ball with myself, pretending I was like scoring goals, and there was a crowd and everything, and I was running up and pretending to high five, and that's probably the most embarrassing thing. But they have never walked on me doing, or actually no, they have walked on me doing something. That's probably the most embarrassing. It wasn't just them, it was a lot of people accidentally walked in on the bedroom when that was happening. So yeah. So all right. Where are we? J Fighter, you have never been more disappointed in a movie before It Chapter 2, cough cough. Batman vs Superman. Last Jedi was probably the most it was very disappointing. But It Chapter 2 was next level, because I was so excited for it. I could not wait. I think it was in my top 5 most anticipated films of the year. I was so excited for it. Even though Last Jedi was up there as well, and that was very disappointing to me. But It Chapter 2 was just so disappointing as well. And it just, yeah. Tommy says, oof, that'd be a tough one for me. Right hand is what I use for gaming. Yeah, exactly. I could, you wouldn't be able to play gaming in that, but that'd be hard. Brad, do you think they should make a sequel to The Joker? No, I don't think they should make a sequel to The Joker. I think they should leave it. But if they are going to make a sequel to The Joker, they should not have Batman in it, because it doesn't make sense for the time frame and everything, and I don't want Batman to fight a 70, 80-year-old Joker. If they do a sequel, Jim Gordon needs to be the person that is the hero to versus the Joker. That's my opinion. Yeah, but I couldn't walk around with a prosthetic leg. Jay Fighter, have you any fears for the MCU's future? For me, I fear they will continue to be like modern day MCU films. I have no fears. As long as Kevin Feige's there, it will thrive. I think you're going to see different. I think Doctor Strange is going to be completely different. I think Thor, Love and Thunder is going to be completely different as well. I think Spider-Man 3 is going to be different. I think you're going to see a lot of movies that are going to be different. Blade's an interesting one, how they're going to do that as well. I think that's going to be very different as well. I have no fears at all, so I'm pretty excited for what's to come. Let's see. Ronan says, what's the most embarrassing thing Kylie has caught you doing? I don't know. You have to ask Kylie that. So, Kylie, can we go to Springfield or Brizzy? Yeah, sure, if you want to. It's your day. It's Mother's Day tomorrow. So, well, it's Mother's Day now. Happy Mother's Day. We do what you want to do. It's your day. Think community, what is the biggest romantic fail you have ever experienced? The biggest romantic fail. Okay. So, this is before I met Kylie. This is before I went to America. There was this girl that I was working on for like 12 weeks. 12 weeks. And I was like, sure. I was like, yes, I've put everything into it. Taking around picnics, everything like that. We were on top of like the thing looking over where the stars were, the city and that, and stuff like that. And then basically we went out clubbing that night and she went with another dude. And I was just like, that was after we did like all that romantic stuff. I was like, yes. And then she walked away. And I was like, well, that's the biggest fucking fail I've ever done in my life. That cut me up. And I was just like, fuck this shit. It's Mother's Day. Yeah, exactly. See, John knows what he's talking about. You can always ask Siri to message me. Oh, okay, we've gone so far here. Okay. Geez, you guys are nailing these questions. That's awesome. Jay Fighter. People dislike Man of Steel because it has little character, 9/11 flashbacks for some reason, and it isn't a good Superman film, in my opinion. I have to disagree. Me and Jay Fighter have gone back and forth with this. So me and Jay Fighter just now agree to disagree on that movie. Think community, what's the weirdest thing you've done when you were alone? The weirdest thing I've done when I'm alone. The weirdest thing I've done. I don't know. Probably when I play FIFA, when I'm alone, I score a goal or something like that, and I'll jump up and celebrate and like be like, come on. And I'll like commentate myself as well. I'll be like talking and I'll like sit there and I'll pretend after the game. I'll be like acting as if I'm the people, and I'm like, so John, tell me, what are your thoughts after? Do you think Leighton Orient can continue this run and get to where they want? And then I'll like make up another voice and do it. That's probably the most weirdest things I've done. I don't do any fucked up weird shit, but I am weird. But that's probably the weirdest thing I've done. Otherwise, yeah, I don't really do weird shit sexually or anything like that. That's a bit weird. So, yeah. Okay, Tommy, if you ate yourself, would you become twice as big or disappear completely? Interesting. I don't know, Tommy. I don't know. Kylie, who the fuck was that with? That was with, I'll tell you later. I told you this story. Kylie. What the fuck? J5, I hate that Thor and Love Thunder is a thing. Oh, God. I'm interested in it. John says, you gave him 18 months of carrying a human being and however many hours to deliver them is what you got. Damn it. It just moved. It's got you really enough, Kylie, huh? Brad, what's your favorite junk food? My favorite junk food. I'm not going to go like chicken burgers or hamburgers or anything like that, or fries or anything like that. I'm going to go strictly like lollies and stuff like that. My favorite junk food is probably a Turkish delight. I love a Turkish delight. Ryan says, own an island that isn't part of any country or have Tony Stark's workshop. I'm taking an island because I wouldn't know what to do with what Tony's workshop shop is, I'd take an island, to have an island by myself. Oh man, stay away from idiots. Perfect. Think Community. What's the biggest lie you've ever told without getting caught? The biggest lie I've ever told without getting caught. The biggest lie I've told without getting caught. I don't know. Biggest lie would probably have to be I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know about that one. I think I've been caught for every lie I've told. So I don't think I've ever got away with it. I try, but mum and that would always, get on, win it. Like, yeah. All right. So where are we now? Geez, think Community's bringing the hard ones. Think Community again. What do you like most and least about my own appearance? What I like is my beard, that I can grow my beard because I love it. I mean, I really, really like growing my beard and stuff like that. I like my beard a lot. To me, that is my favorite. What I least like about my appearance would probably be how I grow hair, like how I can grow hair on my back and like all hair. Like sometimes I have to shave it and stuff like that. That's probably the least thing I like about me. So yeah. All right. There we go. All right. Oh, no. Jeez, man. I'm trying to keep up here. Hang with me. Think Community again. If you could erase one past experience, what would it be? One past experience. I don't know. One past experience would probably be the period before I left for America for the first time. Probably, that couple of months, probably erase that past experience if I could. That wasn't the best. Think Community, yeah. See, Carly, yeah, that period there. Carly knows what I'm talking about. I had to erase that period. That probably was not my greatest period, I would say, because everything else that I've done, I've learned from, and I think that it's integral to make mistakes and learn from it. So that's probably what I do. Jay Fighter, another thing about modern day MCU movies is how ridiculous rushed they are. Legends like Iron Man took 3 years to make, while Iron Man 2 took 2. Do you see one? I don't think they're rushed, to be honest, Jay. I'm going to have to disagree with you on that. Obviously, me and you have got some different takes on the MCU and that. So yeah. Yeah. Or something else I won't say. Yeah, Kylie. But I'm going to say, yeah, it's between those two, Kylie, for sure. Brad, what's your favorite candy? Okay, I'm going to take chocolate out of candy. To me, candy is lollies, and it is Red Frogs. Red Frogs. Alan's Red Frogs own. Think Community, yeah. J5, Iron Man 3, Infinity War, fight me. I'm not going to fight you. Iron Man 3 to me is bottom tier. It's what they did with the Mandarin. It's just absolute trash. They've ruined that character. So, yeah, I'm going to do it. Yeah. Here we go. I skipped some. Winner. J5, worst theater experience for me. I've had a lot. I think the worst is the tie between Aquaman, where I basically got a free commentary from some couples. Guys, my worst experience would be probably when I went and saw Annabelle Creations, where I had a group of guys that were about teenagers that were sitting there. They were just fucking talking the whole entire time. And then there was these two girls that were there was a seat in between us. They were sitting there and they were on their phone for the whole fucking movie. And they were just like giggling and stuff like that. And then they literally got up and walked out with 10 minutes to go. And I was just like, fuck me dead. Like, honestly, like, That's probably my worst. That's probably why I hate that movie so much. Think Community, what's the craziest thing you've ever done to attract a crush? All right. Lose, pull on purpose, and get pantsed so I can run naked in front of her to attract her. And after doing that, she became my wife. Fight me on that, Kylie. Fight me on that. Can't keep must be an Arsenal thing. Oh, you can't talk either. So yeah. Welcome back, Sunflower. J Fighter, they've come out 4 times a year, and you don't think they're rushed, these movies? No, I don't think they're rushed because I think you've got different directors directing these movies. I don't think they're rushed. They've like, these are billion-dollar studios, and I think they aren't rushed. I don't think they're rushed. They give them enough time to do it. They have plenty of time to shoot these movies, write these movies, and stuff like that. Kevin Feige's 5 years in advance at all times, so he's already working now. He's managing what's going on now, and he's already working on like Fantastic Four and all that stuff now. Like, he's already getting that ready for getting that ready for follow on. So I don't think they are either. So get out of it, Jay. Get out of it, Ronan. Think Community, what's the most childish thing you still do? The most childish thing I still do is probably childish thing. I'm gonna say probably still like pretend that I'm like a superhero or something and walk around and like play with Leo, like pretend we're like superheroes and stuff like that. That's probably the most childish thing. But if you're going like childish things, sometimes I throw a tantrum if I don't get my way. How do you think I got all these bad boys? Got to throw a tantrum sometime. Sunflower, I've got plenty of stories of Omega trying to ask me out before we started dating. There you go. I mean, we all go through it. All us guys go through that stuff. So yeah. Jay Fighter, Killian basically was the Mandarin. It just didn't look like him. Yeah, I didn't like how they did that with the Mandarin though. To me, that really pissed me off. Gordon, hey, how's it going? Hello, my name is. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry if I butcher your name. I'm really sorry. Is it Egg Hosa or Egg Jose? I'm really sorry if I butchered your name. I'm really sorry about that. And I have a question for you. How do you feel about classic movies? I like classic movies. Classic 80s are awesome. I love the classic 80 movies. I love them. I think you need the classic movies. Jay Fighter, my gosh, when I went to go see Captain Marvel, a woman right next to me pulled her phone out to check every time in the bright. And I know, it is just absolutely stupid. Like, can you not sit off Facebook for like an hour and a half to like two and a half hours? It's not hard. Like, if you can't, don't come into the theater. Simple as. And they really need to pick up on their, like, at the theater, they need to pick up, like the stewards need to pick up and go, look, as soon as they pull their phone out, you're out. See you later. Because it's just, yeah, it's just bull crap. All right. Think Community, what's the cruelest thing you've ever done to a friend? Oh, bro, the cruelest thing I've ever done to a friend? Oh, dude, there's so many things we do to each other that's cruel as fuck. I mean, they've done some cruel shit to me. I've done cruel shit to them. But probably the cruelest thing I've ever done would be, I got a massive shifter like this, and we were mucking around, and I just went up to my friend and just went crack where you shouldn't put things, and that fucking really hurt him. That's probably the cruelest fucking thing. Or it would be when we got my friend's little brother, and Sam, we got him, me and Tom got him, and we had like this giant rubber band, like this fucking thick, and we got him to like, we'll hold this end, and we're like, just run as fast as you can, go, and he just ran, and we let go, and when it was at full extension, and it got him in the back, and it started bleeding. That's probably the cruelest thing we've ever done. Like, he was in tears. that was probably the cruelest thing we ever did. So yeah. J Fighter, they take maybe a year to two to make these movies. Iron Man took two years to make. The Dark Knight took 3 years to make, along with these. Actually, the Dark Knight, the only reason why it took so long to make is because this is what makes Nolan such a good filmmaker. So he did Batman Begins, then he left and did another film in between the Dark Knight and that to keep his creative mind ticking and stuff like that. Then he came back, did the Dark Knight, and then he went, did another movie, then came back and done the Dark Knight Rises. So, but in the MCU's case, Kevin Feige's got his plan. They have so much time to do it. Like, they are, Spider-Man's already been written and everything. Spider-Man 3's already been written and that they're ready to go into production and stuff like that. I don't have a problem with it. They have their schedules are fine. They know what they're doing. They're the experts, so I don't have any problems with it at all. All right. Brad says, guess what's my favorite Christopher Nolan movie? Your choices are The Dark Knight or Memento. Brad, I'm pretty sure I've seen you say this. I think it's Memento. I think that is your favorite Nolan film, and it is a good film too. Jay Fighter says, bland Avengers based in Endgame. To be honest, I didn't actually see anything like that. So, yeah, most childish thing he does is support Arsenal. Get the fuck out of here. Gordon, social media ruined cinema. I don't think social media ruins cinema at all. I think it's people that want to push agendas, which is like people saying, oh, Boba Fett needs to be transgender. Those people are what's ruining cinema. Those people, they're like, we need to get transgender. A woman needs to play this character that's been a man for 40 years. We need the woman to play her. No, we don't. If you want that, get a woman to play a different character. You don't need to change a character's sex or anything like that. That's already been established. That's my problem. They are the people ruining it. Social media is not. It's the people that are using social media that are ruining it. Jay Fighter, if you can't stay off your phone for 2 hours, don't go to exactly. Why would you go? So I mean, that's just, yeah. Gordon, in the 80s, we had newspaper, spoiled the movie, 2020, Instagram, YouTube. Yeah, that's why if I've got an anticipated movie that's coming out, say for instance, Tenet is coming out, I won't look at anything on social media until I see it. So if it's like, because normally what happens is they have the release, what is it, the preview thingy where all the press and the press release, they go see it and stuff like that. I stay off until it's released from that period. So yeah. Think community, have you ever pooped in your pants after you're 18? Actually, no. Yes, once. I thought it was a fart and I shat myself and I was just like, well, that fucking sucked. Lucky I was at home, so I could just go have a shower and stuff. But yeah. Get out of here, mate. Get out of here. Tommy, which is better? GTA or Red Dead Redemption? I think that is. GTA. I'm not a big fan of Red Dead Redemption, to be honest. So yeah. Okay. Think community, have you ever had a crush on a teacher? I've never had a crush on a teacher, but I have thought of a teacher being hot before. So yeah. Ronan, favorite Arsenal player? None. They're all trash. No, Lacazette's my favorite, followed by Aubameyang. Think community, what's the longest time you've stayed in the bathroom and why did you stay in it for that long? The longest I have stayed in a bathroom for would be, if you do mean, I'm gonna answer this in two parts, because the first one, if you're meaning like bathroom as in toilet, fucking 2 hours or something, because sometimes I just sit there and I forget I'm taking a shit and I'm on my phone. I'm either playing a game or watching something, and like I can be there for hours, because like I watch something on YouTube and it'll be like 5 minutes and then I'll be like, oh, well, this is interesting, and I just get on a tangent and just watch this. Or if you mean like bathroom in general, would be like an hour or so where I am in the bath, just laying in a hot bath. So okay. Think community, do you pee in the shower? Yeah, of course I do. Oh, of course I do. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't everyone pee in the shower? I pee in the shower all the time. I mean, I don't have no problems with it. J Fighter, again, they don't have a ton of time to do it. Just look at the modern day effects. Look at the Avengers base in Endgame. Just look at Hulk in Endgame. How about the Iron Man suits and how they continue look awful? I disagree. One, I didn't even know the Avengers base was green screened. If it is, I didn't know. I thought the Hulk looked fine and stuff. They have plenty of time to do it. That trust me, they do have plenty of time to do it. They have multiple time to do all this stuff. I don't see the problem. I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, Kylie answered it. There you go. Think community, you're coming hard. And Brad, yes, you are correct. I know. I've seen you say that. Brad. I pay attention. Okay. Brad, do I like war films? Yes, I do like war films. I do thoroughly like them as well. Kylie, just like knowing the faces behind the profiles. Then community, how old were you when you found out how babies are made? I think I was would have been like 10 or 11. I think I was 10 or 11 would have been about the age when I started finding things out. Gordon says, I had a crush on a teacher. Nice ass, pretty face. I used to show off to her. I think we all did. Ronan, favorite sport team other than trash Arsenal. Okay, so I got Arsenal as my favorite team. Then my A-League team is Sydney. Then I like Barcelona as well. I do follow them as well. So they're probably my 3 teams. I think community, if you could get surgery to look like any celebrity, who would it be? To be honest with you, I would probably go Henry Cavill. That guy's jawline is just fucking immense. Okay, this is going. Oh God, you guys are on fire. All right. Think community, if you could rob a bank and get away with it, would you? Fuck yeah. If I could get away with robbing a bank, I would fucking do that. Gordon, I used to pee in a sink. If they poured bleach in a sink, I could piss in a sink. Oh, gosh, Gordon, coming out. All right, night, John. J5, trust me, the VFX Arsenal don't have a lot of time. I can't think of a single compelling shot in the Monday. I disagree with you, J Fighter. We're just going to have to agree to disagree. Wasn't Film Attack supposed to be including this live stream over core? My phone's on like 20%, so yeah, it wouldn't last very long. Yeah, wouldn't last long, sorry. And plus, I thought he was asleep, so I didn't want to, what's it called? Wake him up. So, yeah. Think community, have you ever started a room about someone else? No, I've never started a rumor. I've just made a little joke with my friends and then just, yeah. So, oh, crap. Moved. Brad, your celebrity man crush. So, celebrity man crush, it would be either Henry Cavill or Chris Hemsworth. Be one of those two. Think community, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Probably living in America, and hopefully, fingers crossed, being able to do this full time so that I can give you guys as much content as possible, because I love doing this and it'd be awesome to be able to do this full time, because if I can do this full time, I can do so much more and do more stuff for you guys as well. So yeah, hopefully. John says Film Attack is playing his all favorite time game, Last of Us 2. Think community, what would you do if you were invisible for a day? Oh, bro, the things I would do if I was invisible for a day. I'd steal shit. I'd fucking prank people. I'd do all sorts of stuff. So, yeah. Think community, have you ever walked in on your parents doing it? Thank Godly, no, I haven't. So, thank God for that. Gordon, actually, that teacher was German American, so yeah, I tapped that out. I'm sure you did. Tommy, has Kylie ever caught you doing it alone? Do you mean FAP? Because yeah, she has. She has. J Fighter, ever wonder why Spider-Man looks like a cartoon? No, I actually never thought he looked like a cartoon. So I think that sequence where he's using his spider sense is actually really, really cool. So yeah. Think community. How often do you wash your underwear? I wash my underwear every day. Well, okay. So I change my underwear every day, and then basically when the laundry's piled up, we do a load. So yeah. J Fighter, I'll text his man crush. I actually don't mind Ryan Johnson. I just don't like what he did for Last Jedi. But I don't have any beef with Ryan Johnson. I think he does make some good films. I just think The Last Jedi is just not very good. So, think community. If you could get away with it, would you date two people at once? If so, who? If I could get away with it, it would be Margot Robbie. But I think Kylie would try and steal Margot Robbie off me. But otherwise, that's just a fantasy. Like Margot Robbie's like an untouched fantasy that I'll never ever like be able to meet or anything like that. But if it was like you take that fantasy element out and it was just like normal people, no, I wouldn't, because Kylie is my everything. So yeah. All right. Ronan, what was your favorite team to coach at Laidley? Pumas or Cougars? I think it was Cougars. It was whatever team you were in, Ronan, because I had you since you were like a little dude, Mary. Omega Red, been doing YouTube since 2015. That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. I am coming. This year will be 2 years for me. 2 years for me. So that's awesome, bro. Keep going. Keep going. Think community. What's in your web history that would be embarrassing if someone saw it? Probably, I'm not really embarrassed by anything, but I mean, you could go through it. You'd probably just see like me trying to fucking buy pops and shit like that. Otherwise, looking at random stuff, like that's probably about it, really. I just recently looked up funny word for penis because I didn't want to put penis as one of my status. And yeah, I come up with Vlad the Impaler, which was pretty cool. So yeah. Gordon, I look at nude bodies invisible. Okay, Gordon. Brad, favorite movie soundtrack? Ooh, I'm going to say soundtrack, which is not including the themes and stuff like that, just pure soundtrack, would be actually the Thor Ragnarok one. I really like that soundtrack a lot. Think community, where's the weirdest place you've had sex? All right, the weirdest place I've had sex is in the back room of a workplace in like a storage room. So yeah. J Fighter, you don't have a problem with Ryan Johnson trolling passionate fans all the time and saying his films are perfect. You're an idiot for criticizing it. No, I'm gonna say I don't have a problem with Ryan Johnson's movies as a film director. I don't even get into all the drama about them behind and stuff like that. To me, I just don't care. So, but I don't really look into that. So yeah. Okay, so think community, do you have? Oh God, that fucking jumped again. Do you have anything hidden in your house that no one knows about? Yes. Film taggers. Oh shit. Oh, you're awake, bruv. You're awake. Gordon. It will be my 8th year on YouTube just commenting. That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. J Fighter. Well, now I have to troll you differently. Before it was our vast different opinions. Now I have to call you an MCU fanboy. I'm not an MCU fanboy. Like, I will admit, Endgame has its problems, bro. It has its problems. There's plot holes left, right, and center. That's why I don't have it in my top 5 at all. Like, because I've acknowledged the problems and stuff like that. I don't think every MCU film's perfect. I mean, I like the MCU. I have fun with them, but I just don't see what you're seeing, unfortunately. So, think community, have you ever been caught doing something embarrassing in public? Yes, I have. All right, here we go. Fun story. So I was walking out of the travel center and there was this girl working at the coffee club who Kylie knows, all my friends know, and I turned around to check her out and I walked straight into the glass door. That's yeah, so that's pretty. It was pretty embarrassing because everyone just turned and looked. Like everyone there would have been about 60 people turned and just looked, and I just ran straight into this glass door. And yeah, that was pretty embarrassing. Yeah, so. All right. Ronan says, I was in Pumas, but my first coach was actually Stokes. You weren't actually my coach until under sevens. I started in under sixes. I took you to the next level, though. Think community, what's your worst nightmare? My worst nightmare is coming home and seeing that Kylie, Finn, and Leo have all like been abducted. Like that would be my worst fear. And like I can tell you now, if that ever happened and I found out who took them and did whatever they did to them, I would like keep them in a fucking like a room and I'd do some horrible shit. Like I'm talking fucking horrible shit. But that's probably the worst. Yeah. So Film Tagger's going to the hospital today, just stopping by, say cheers, mate. Good luck. Hopefully everything's all good. So yeah. I hope everything's all good with you, buddy. And I hope your mum's doing well as well. Kylie, what about the Spider-Verse soundtrack? It's good. It's good. But the classic rock music and stuff like that, like in Thor Ragnarok, is just so good. Jay Fighter, best Star Wars movie. Empire Strikes Back, closely, and I mean closely followed by Revenge of the Sith. So, yeah. Think community. Have you ever been jealous of someone totally unexpected? No, I've never been really jealous of anyone. So, no. Think community. How important is religion to you? Bro, I'm not religious at all. I don't believe in that. My philosophy is there's something there. I do believe there are higher beings than us, but I don't believe in like God and stuff like that. I don't believe in that stuff. I have like my completely like my own sort of what's it called? I created my own sort of theories and stuff like that. So yeah, religion's not really like too important. Omega Red says, hey, Altex, which singer do you prefer, Brian or Bon Scott? Ooh, that's a tough one, bro. Can I say both? I don't mind both. So, yeah. I'm going to say Brian. So, yeah. Yeah, so. Think Community says, are you happy in your career? Look, it's a job. It pays the bills. That's what I'm doing. What I really want to do is I want to do this full time so that I can dedicate every bit of like time. So like instead of working from 6:30 to 5, doing what I do, I can use that time to put into this to really pump it up to the next level and stuff like that. So I can do more things. But I just, at the moment, I'm kind of just a bit like, yeah, it's kind of like, it's what it is at the moment. I'm just doing what I need to do right now to get by and stuff like that to be able to pay for things. And then obviously when I get to America, I will assess where we are and what I want to do, because I might want to do, coach at college or something like that. So yeah, Kylie, my best friend's sister. Yes, it was. It was. Think community, what kind of birth control do you take / prefer? I don't take birth control, so I have no idea. Kylie takes it. I don't know what it is. Dragon Ball. Sorry, Brad. Your favorite fusion in Dragon Ball Z that includes the movies. My favorite fusion. Vegito. I prefer Vegito over Gogeta. He's my favorite. Jay Fighter. My worst nightmare is Zack Snyder, Ryan Johnson. Oh, bro. Could you imagine that movie? Oh, wow. What a fucking movie that would be. It'd be like Batman vs. Superman with Transformers in it with fucking Ryan Johnson's fucking logic. Oh, gosh. Think community. Have you ever had a sexually transmitted infection or disease? No, I have not. I have not. Thank God for that. Ronan, do you think it was a better football? Who do you think was a better football player? Gomez, Noah, or Sausage Legs, me? way back in under nines. Oh gosh, those times I remember that when I gave you guys all nicknames. You were Iniesta. I remember that when I gave you all different nicknames of players and stuff like that. To be honest, I think Ronan, you and what's his name? Dambsky, that you played with. Jared, I think it was. Pretty sure, was it Jared? Jared, I think you two were the most gifted, and you two were the pinnacle. Like that. That's why I had such high standards from you, mate. I had such high standards from you. That's why I made you captain. That's why I made you that, because you were the best in the team. I wanted everyone to rise, and I wanted you to be that leader to push them to go above. That's why. So, Junior, the final game of numbers we had at the end of the season was a tie. Yeah, that was a fun game. That was a fun game. Okay, let's see. I think community, how many birthdays does an average person have? I have no idea. What the average age for each country is different. So I'm going to say like friggin' 75 or something. Yeah, right. As many as their years they have lived. Yeah. So, Jay Fighter, thoughts on Venom? Personally, I think it's so bad it's hilarious. I actually really enjoy Venom. I think it's really good. I mean, I understand the CGI fight is a bit hit and miss. I understand that, but I actually really enjoyed Venom. The best thing about Venom is Tom Hardy and Venom. The way they bounce off each other is perfect. So yeah. Brad Movies, would you ever show your movie collection? Sure, mate. I will. I mean, yeah, I will show you. Let's see. Think community, what do cows drink? They don't drink milk. They drink water. Kylie, yes, it was Jared. I thought it was. Think community, have you ever stolen money? Yes. Ronan says, yeah, Jared was a trader and turned to cricket. Oh well. Think community, what color is a mirror? I don't know. It's not a color. Well, depends. Are you talking about the back of the mirror? Because they could be different. He would score like 10 goals a game. Yeah. Jay Fighter, worst Pirates of the Caribbean movie. For me, it's Dead Man Tell No Tales. Which one's that one? Gosh, bro, it's been so long since I've seen the Pirates of the Caribbean. Here we go. Movies. Is that the newest one? No. On Strange Times? No. At World's End? What'd you say? Dead Man Tells No Tales. Is that the... I think the newest one. The newest one to me is the crap. So, yeah. Yeah. Think community. What comes once a year... Wait, where'd that go? Where'd they go? Oh, it's gone. There it is. What comes once a year, twice a week? What comes once a year, twice a week? Don't know. Don't know that one. Film Attackers also got FIFA 20 on my laptop. Oh, bro, you're finally getting good. Well done. Think community. Oops. A woman shot her husband, drowned him, and hung him. Then they went to a restaurant for dinner 5 minutes later. How's that possible? I don't fucking know. She didn't do a good job fucking killing him. I can tell you that now. She was cheating on one of her husbands. There you go. Ronan answered that. Tommy, favorite movie of all time? For me, I'd go with Empire Strikes Back or Return of the King. Favorite movie of all time? I just put in episode 3, 4, 5, and 6 together as just Star Wars, and then it's Aliens. Think community, why don't polar bears eat penguins? Because penguins aren't in the Arctic, they're in the Antarctic. They're in Antarctica. They're down below. Polar bears are up north. That's why they don't eat penguins. Brad, have you ever watched Power Rangers when you were a kid? Yes, I loved Power Rangers. I used to love that. I used to watch it all the time. Gosh. Think community. Which hand do you stir tea? I don't drink tea, so I have no idea. Jay Fighter, I think Venom is awful. Like probably the worst comic book film since Fantastic Four, but it's hilariously bad from the odd cinematography to action to the villain to the relationship. And I have to disagree with you. I have to disagree. I actually really like Venom. I really like Venom a lot. Omega Red, I am currently in a band right now and am the singer. Brother is the guitarist, cousin is the drummer, and neighbor is our bassman. But our drummer barely shows up, and our bassman is always busy. Yeah, bro, that would suck. But good luck, bro. I hope you go somewhere with your band, man. That's awesome. Just remember to just play music, create music. Just keep doing it. Try and get them to come, bro. To be honest, if they don't show up, just get other people, because don't let other people drag you down. Ronan, if you could, would you get that under 9s team back together as a team again? If I could get you all back, like the age you are now, yes, because I know I can teach you like the hot, like more advanced stuff. So yeah, that'd be pretty cool to get you all back together at this age, the age you're at now, and be able to teach you advanced stuff and take you to the next level. That'd be pretty cool. Hold on, Kai's messing me. Oh, there you go. Finn's on the move. Jay Fighter, Dead Man No Tails is the newest one. Yeah, bro, that one sucks. Film taggers. Plus, I don't need to leave for 2 hours. I must stay. All right, buddy. You can stay. Just, I mean, I can't say don't, but I mean, it's up to you whether you want to take my stream down the way the way I meant your stream down. Omega Red, but one day I will post that performance. Dude, I look forward to it, and I'm going to watch it when you do. Think community, the worst crime you have committed, the worst crime I've ever committed is doing 180 kilometers down the highway when there was cops on the other side, and I turned my lights off as I went past. That's probably the worst crime, because that's either that or doing 100 in a 40 zone through a town. That's probably the worst crime, because that's like, take my car away, take my license away, crush it. Like, that's probably the worst crime I've ever committed. But I never got caught for it, so there you go. Tommy, my least favorite would be On Strange Tides, but Johnny Fell probably have his worst points in Dead Man Tales. Yeah, fair enough. Film taggers, would you ever replay through Red Dead Redemption? Maybe. There's a possibility I might, when it's cheap. Think community, for $1 million, would you exchange your partner? No. Kylie's not worth any amount of money, so yeah. Think community, how much do you earn? I earn enough to pay my bills and to keep food on the plate and to be able to buy all this stuff. So I earn like enough. Brad, what year did you get married? Oh shit. Kylie's gonna kill me if I get this wrong. Jeez, Brad, now you've really put me under the pressure. Oh, no. Okay. We've been married for... I'm going to say 3 or 4 years, I think it is. So, yeah. We're Omega Red. We're called Melee. I think that's Melee. Is that correct? Hopefully it's correct. That's awesome, bro. I'm going to keep an eye out for your music, bro. I'm interested. I like that type of music. Think community, for a man, is it legal to marry his widow's sister? I mean, is it legal to marry his widow's sister? So you're saying, so for instance, if Kylie had a sister and Kylie marry his widow's sister. So you're saying if Kylie has a sister and she dies, if it's legal for me to marry? I think it's legal to marry your sister-in-law and stuff like that. I just don't think it's legal to marry your actual sister. like your actual family members, it's illegal. So I think if it's not your family member, go for it. But if it is your family member, don't. Tommy, have you ever had any contact with One Ray since? No, I haven't. No, I have no contact with him whatsoever. So I just want it to be over and done. So, yeah. Think community. A man condemned to death was given a choice. He was to speak a sentence, and if it was true, he would be hung. And if it was false, he would be shot. He said a sentence and lived. How? I guess it was an opinion. So it's neither right nor wrong. So there you go. So it's like me. I say Man of Steel, top 5 comic book film of all time. It's not true nor false. It's just an opinion. So he gave an opinion. Ronan, what would you say if I asked you to coach me privately about the finer game tips and tricks of the game? Ooh, if I could teach you to it. It's hard because I don't have much time and stuff like that. Like I've got so much going on and everything like that. But I mean, if you've got Facebook or whatever, and I don't know if you do, but if you hit me up with messages, I can relay messages to you and talk to you through that way. Like when football's back, like obviously the best thing that I can do is watch the professionals, study them, see how they move, go to professional games. That's like, I remember going and watching Man City play and watching David Silva play live. Like the ball's over here and I'm just watching how he moves off the ball, learning how he does all that. But I mean, you're welcome to message me and I will, talk to you through that and be able to teach you some, like tell you some things and stuff like that. But my biggest advice is just watch football, learn, understand what they're doing and stuff like that. That's how I learn most of my things. Like I'd spend like hours watching Messi. So yeah, and that's how I developed my game based off him. So yeah, that's what I would say. Think community, which part of your body would you love to be touched and why? I mean, it's pretty straightforward, isn't it? Because it feels good, and it's there for a reason. And yeah, we all know what that is. Vlad the Impaler. I'd love, basically. Think community. I hope you enjoy these awkward questions, don't you? Hey, it's fun. I don't mind it. Answering them. That's cool. Keeps me on my toes. I mean, keep coming. That's fine by me. Brad, favorite kind of chips? As in chips, do you mean crisps, which are the packet of chips? My favorite would be Red Rock Deli honey soy chicken. They're the favorites. So yeah. Film attackers. As of right now, I'm figuring out how to do a stream together. Yeah, I've got to figure it out as well. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I can figure it out. Brad, favorite fast food place? KFC is the GOAT. KFC is the GOAT of fast foods. The GOAT. The Australian version of KFC is GOAT. Simple as. Jay Fighter, do you want to do a stream where audio is clear? I advise you to use Zoom or Google. Yeah, I gotta work that out with my computer and stuff like that and how to hook it through YouTube and that. I have never done a joint one, so I gotta work that out and I want to make sure it's like good. Omega Red. Where'd you go? You were just there. All right, I've caught up. Here we go. Omega Red, thinking community's question should be used in the Batman movie as the Riddler's riddles. Correct, bro. Tommy, do you think they should remake the new Disney Star Wars trilogy and how would you have it played out? You mean like, so grab the sequel. So if I had the chance, Kylie, did I miss yours? Where's yours? Where? I don't think I missed it, Kylie. If I did, I'm sorry. Ask it again. Type it again, Kylie, and I'll answer it. So if I could do the sequel trilogy, I would do it completely different. So I would do it. I would start with doing it Legends Luke. I would go down the route of Legends Luke, and I would make Kylie. What are you doing? I would do it as the Legends Luke. I would take that storyline from Legends and I'd do it that way. So yeah, that's what I would do. I'd just follow Legends, how Luke's done in Legends, and I'd follow that because I like the Luke Legends storyline in that with Mara Jane and stuff like that. I know Jay Fighter he's down for that. I would just scrap all that and I'd redo it and do Legends Luke.
For man, is it legal to marry his widow's sister?
Yeah.
You would be dead. You're not marrying anyone.
Oh, there you go. But I don't know. It's just like it's 1:46 in the morning.
Yeah,
Gosh, I don't have time to.
Timeline.
Yeah, good one. Fig community. Have you ever seen a bad dream and it becomes real? No, because my bad dreams are like no, I don't really have like bad dreams anymore. So yeah, no. Brad. Yeah, because you got to fix the top. Helmet. Brad, are there any Michael Bay movies like? I do like the first Transformers. I think of the first Transformers. 3 is Dark Side of the Moon is decent. That's about it. The film attacks. I'm about to blow up my fucking laptop. Jeez, bro. Don't blow that up. You just got it fixed. Jay Fighter Venom. Did Michael Bay direct Venom? I didn't think he did. Let me have a look. I'm excited that Andy Serkis is directing the other one, though. Who directed? No, it was Ruben. Ruben directed it. All right, here we go. Ronan, what team would Leo play if he were to play football? Gatton or Laidley? He'd probably neither. I would actually probably put him. I would try and put him somewhere else, to be honest. I would probably. No, actually, I'd probably have Leo play for Willows. Probably have him play for Willows, to be honest, because it's up here, and I'd put him through there. More opportunity. The Film Attackers. About to run Red Dead Redemption 2 maxed out, me boy. Play a real game. Jeez. It's a terrible game, Red Dead Redemption. Boring. Yeah, Kylie Willows for sure. Yeah, I'd probably put him in Willows. Jay Fighter. This is how I would remake the sequels. There is a war between Luke's Jedi Order and the First Order. This can serve as an homage to the Clone Wars. The emotional conflict is Luke debating if he's making the same mistakes as the original Jedi. That sounds what? In the end, the Jedi win this time, serving as a peril. To me, that sounds so much better than what we got, Jay Fighter. I would agree with that. Having Luke's Jedi Order and the First Order and having like the Sith like come back like and having like, well, I would be down. Yeah, like it'd be like the Clone Wars, but you'd have Sith. Like the First Order would have like a group of Sith. That would be pretty cool to see. So, and having Luke, that to me makes more sense of Luke being like, am I going down the same path that Yoda and everyone else did? That to me would be more Luke's character. That to me would be so much better than what we got. Ronan, okay, I'll see what Mum says about me coaching at Willows. You're going to coach at Willows? Ooh, but don't you live down there? That's a long drive. Film Attack, I streamed it last night. Everyone seemed to love it. That's why I didn't watch, mate, because you streamed it. Nah, joking. I was just really busy. Brad, movies you think is overrated? Harry Potter, I think is overrated. Last Jedi, I think the critics love it. It's like 90% or something. Overrated as fuck. Yeah, so Ronan, I might have my own car by then. Oh, there you go. Oh, I forgot, Ronan. You're like getting way older now. Tommy, would you rather stream Red Dead Redemption over Dying Light film? There you go. Jeff Fighter, Knights of Ren could have been the Sith. Yeah, exactly. The Knights of Ren were so underutilized. That could have been like the Sith. That would have been sick. Like, and like to have the Jedi fight them, that would have been pretty cool. What is a game you think is overrated? Red Dead Redemption. I think it's overrated, to be honest. So yeah. Omega Red, hey, Outtakes, have you seen Detroit Rock City? If you haven't, you need to watch it. No, I haven't seen it, so I'm gonna have to watch that. Tommy, are you planning on having more children? No, not at this point. So yeah. So yeah, Omega, I live in San Antonio. There you go. Are you a San Antonio Spurs fan? Do you watch basketball, Omega? Because that'd be interesting. J Fighter, that's because Last Jedi is so well made. Yeah, it's I understand it looks gorgeous stuff like that, but it's a fucking shit story and just makes no sense with anything. Like, it's crap. It's fucking stupid. Film attackers, I'm gonna find out where you live. You'll try. You will try. J Fighter, you could have Rey be a Jedi in Luke's order from the beginning. Yeah, you could have developed Rey and she could have overcome more stuff. Like, Rey needed to overcome like Luke overcame things, but she didn't. She just knew everything. And yeah, you could have had Rey. Rey could have been like Luke's like personal Padawan that he teaches. And then you have Luke like sacrifice himself like the way Obi-Wan did in front of her so she can then elevate. Like, you could have done it in the second one where he's fighting all the Knights of Ren with her, like they're caught or something like that, and then he sacrifices himself so she can get away. That would make more sense. Tommy, which movie do you think is overrated that's highly regarded and praised by critics? Last Jedi. It's like 92% or something from the critics. It's fucking overrated, but it's like that. And then, hold on, let me have a look. Because, let me see. So, like, Last Jedi. Oops. All right, so Last Jedi is 91%, right? And then it's 43% for the audience. So it's way overrated. So yeah, my family loves the Spurs. There you go. So to love a bit of pop basketball, eh? They're pretty good, San Antonio. But I mean, after Kawhi left them, they're pretty crap now. Film attackers, why do you think it is underrated? I just think it's boring, to be honest. I think it's boring. I think it's hyped up to be like this awesome game that it's not really. So, yeah, Brad, how do you become a Dragon Ball fan? How did I become a Dragon Ball fan? So basically, I remember sitting there, cartoons were coming on in the morning, and Dragon Ball popped up, and I thought it was pretty fucking cool that this guy was fighting this alien or some shit like that. I was like, yes, it's awesome. And then ever since then, I've just loved it. And then I started resonating more with it, with Vegeta, with Goku. And like Goku was like the sense of hope of all time, stuff like that. Yeah. And then I just, watched it all the time. And then, yeah, I just, basically that's it. So, yeah, that's how it became. I just watched it once and just fell in love with it straight away. Jay Fighter, the story of Last Jedi is too messy. I still don't understand why they introduced Rose and devoted so much. Dude, yes, I agree. What Rose? Like, okay, you fix the Luke's arc, you do that. Rose and that whole fucking shit with Finn and everything in the casino and stuff like that, take that out and do something else. Because that whole thing with Rose and everything like that, what was the point of that? That was just bullshit. That was just a waste of time. Honestly, that is a waste of time, that whole Rose thing. Like, and then she literally does nothing in Rise of Skywalker. Like, JJ's like, fuck, everyone hates Rose. Get her out. Film takers. The only reason that movie got praised was because it was fucking Star Wars. No, they ripped the fucking prequels. They ripped the prequels and they ripped fucking Rise of Skywalker apart. So, yeah. Where are we? Tommy, how did you discover DBZ and what about the anime do you love so much? Okay, so I discovered it by just watching it, and what I love about it so much is Vegeta's character is really the one that really got me in it, because he's a guy that's so prideful, doesn't care about other things, and you watch him change. And to me, what made it really resonate was Goku and Vegeta are like me and my brother. So Vegeta's the older one, which is me, and my brother's Goku. Goku's naturally gifted at everything and everything like that. Like, things just come to him like that. And that's my brother, how he was with football and stuff like that. He was just naturally, where I had to do the Vegeta route and work my fucking socks off to keep up with him. So I started to resonate with that, because that was me and my brother were like Vegeta and Goku, with love-hate relationship sort of thing, and hated working together, but then realized when we work together, we're unstoppable. Like Vegeta and Goku, when they work together, are unstoppable. So it sort of resonates with me, because it's sort of like the same relationship I have with my brother. And that's why it just means so much to me, because there's so many things like that. And I just really, really enjoyed it. And it's one thing where if I can't play football or anything and I'm like in a shitty fucking depressed mood or anything, I just pop on anything about Dragon Ball, like watch any scene or anything like that. And it just lifts a fucking smile to me. And it's inspirational. Like the way Goku and Vegeta like work their socks off to get where they are, it's kind of like, dude, it just pushes you. So it's like when I play football, I'm like, dude, if Vegeta can push himself to this and Goku can push himself, I can push myself to go beyond. And that's how Film Taggers, they didn't want to see the major flaws in it. Yeah, fucking beautiful. J Fighter, why was Rose telling a deserted stormtrooper that war sucks? I know, he's literally there watching innocent die and stuff like that. Like, it made no sense. It's like, war sucks. And then, like, Finn's sacrificing himself to destroy all this big thing so they can survive, and she crashes into him. I'm like, bro, he's literally given up his life to save like over like 100 people. Why would you set like, and then she stops him and it's like, oh fuck, here we go. It's just fucking stupid, that whole thing. Ronan, do you play Magic the Gathering? No, I don't. The only card game I played was Yu-Gi-Oh! when it first came out and I was in primary school. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Used to have it heaps, and Pokemon cards I used to collect. Brad, why do you hate Breaking Bad? I don't hate Breaking Bad. I don't hate it. It's just not for me. I got 3 seasons in and I just it felt boring to me. And yeah, Skylar was pissing me off and I was just kind of like, yeah, no, that's it. Tom, why do you like Vegeta more than Goku? And at what point did he become your favorite? He was my favorite from the start. Vegeta was. He was always my favorite. As soon as Vegeta popped up, he was my favorite. Why do I like Vegeta more? His character. His actual character, the way he develops, the way he just doesn't care about anything, the way then he develops into someone that's like, I need to protect my family at all costs. And, you know, he goes through this, like the stages of being arrogant, prideful, like, I don't care about anyone. Yes, Cell, transform. Fuck, that's the wrong decision. And then you get to the Boo arc when he goes margin, like he's like, fuck everything. And lets Babidi fucking take control of him and then says, nah, you ain't taking control of me, bitch. I'm just using you as boost my power to fight this guy. It's fucking awesome. And then you see it. And then the one line that gets so good is when he says, staring at Boo, and he's like, I finally get you. I think I finally get you, which is a reference to Goku, because he's like, I finally get you, Goku, why you do things, why you sacrifice yourself. And then when he like goes that, and then it just continues on throughout Super. And then you see his development with Kaba, how he takes on the mentor role. He doesn't even do that with Trunks. But he's doing it with Kaba and mentoring. And then he's like, I'll bring you all back and stuff like that. He's just a fantastic fucking character. He's the greatest character of all time, I tell you. J Fighter, the reasons critics loved The Last Jedi was a few things. Their agenda, yep. And 2, that some genuinely like it, which is fine. Yeah, it is well made. It is beautiful to watch. Like, it looks gorgeous. But yeah, the whole agenda stuff is, yeah. Ronan, your brother is so good at football, though. Yeah, he is. He's all right. He's all right. You know, but he ain't got no MVP like I do. He ain't got no MVP. Just trolling. Nah, he is good. He's good at things that I'm not good at, and I'm good at things that he's not good at. So we're kind of like perfect. Like we're like perfect together when we play, because my creativity helps him with his fit, because he's a much better natural finisher than me, but my creativity is, I think, better than his. I can pick a pass out where there's no pass and stuff like that. So, but having us both together, that's why we thrived when we played in the same team. That's why he's like, he scored 26 goals, something like that, and I like assisted 15 of them, because there's a point where I'm on this side and I know he's already making that run, cutting across to cut in there, and I'm not even looking. I just know to put that ball through, and I put that ball through for him straight on his foot every time. So yeah, the film will take us. But if you keep chatting shit about Red Dead, I will call you. I mean, you asked me. I'm just giving an honest answer. Sunflower, am I the only one who doesn't care for Spider-Verse? It felt like a fever dream. It was overhyped in my opinion. It's just an animated Spider-Man movie. I mean, I'm glad Spider-Man has one. Whew, okay. That is an interesting take. Okay. I don't think it's, to be honest, when I first saw the trailers and that, I was like, oh, fuck, this isn't going to be one I want to watch. Then I went and saw it, and it blew my mind. It blew my mind, that did. It had so much heart. Okay, Jay Fighter, this is what I mean when I say Supergirl, they use Superman and put him down to put Supergirl up, like over. In Spider-Verse, they didn't diminish the Peter Parker character at all. They didn't put him down to put Miles over. They actually like kept him and made him a more interesting character and then moved Miles up without having to put down the character. That's what I mean by they put Superman down to put a character over. Wrestling term, basically. But yeah, I really liked that movie. I thought there was so much heart and everything in it. Like, it's very heartful. It's great. I thought it was one of the best Spider-Man films ever made. Jay Fighter, why did Rose sacrifice herself to save Finn from sacrificing to save the Resistance? I have two theories. She hates the Resistance. She really wants Finn to. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I know. She's could have killed Finn in the process. But see, that I don't get how she got there quick enough. Like, she was going back this way. Finn's going full ball there. What does her like fucking speed? I think even faster. Fucking makes no sense to me, bruh. Makes no sense to me. Rose is just Brad, which Broly is better, the original Broly or the new? The new Broly by far is so much better as a character than the old Broly. The old Broly, his motive to fighting Goku is because Goku cried when they were a kid. That is the stupidest fucking... That, to me, always bugged me with that Broly movie. I was like, why? Broly hates Goku because he cried. What the fucking stupid motivation is that to kill someone? Where the new Broly fights, Vegeta because they were after revenge on Vegeta and his dad, which makes total sense. That's why I like the new Broly. He's got so much character to it. He's more well-rounded character than the old Broly. The old Broly is just a mindless fucking beast. That's all it is. So yeah. Jay, I know what you mean when you say they put Superman down to make Supergirl look good, and I agree that's BS. However, I was so depressed and still kind of am at how the DC. I will take a Superman that acts like Superman any day over Man of Steel. The one that doesn't. Yeah, I get it. I see what you mean, but yeah. As soon as they did that with Superman, I just tapped out. I was like, nah, fuck that. You can't do that to Superman. If they didn't do that to Superman and they kept him, like they didn't put him down to put Supergirl over, it'd be a different story. But yeah, to me, my thoughts on Man of Steel. So yeah. Tommy, I'm out. Got to go to bed, but seeing most of you later tonight. All right, Tommy. See you later, buddy. Thanks for joining me. Omega, have you seen that meme where Goku gets punched in the wank and in the mighty jungle starts playing? No, I haven't seen that. But if you watch Dragon Ball Abridged, Vegeta and that get punched in the dick all the time, and it's fucking hilarious. Oh, Dragon Ball Abridged is one of the greatest abridged series ever fucking made. Oh, it's so good. Well, we're going over 2 hours now. It's 2 a.m. I'm going to take final questions. I'm going to close the stream off at 2:15. So in 11 minutes. So drop some more questions if you got more questions. And then, yeah, so drop it off. See what you guys have to say. Yeah, okay, cool, bruv. All right, here we go. Film attackers. Lol, my laptop is throwing a fucking fit. Bro, don't blow it up. Brad, who would win in a fight, Goku or Thanos? Okay. I think Goku would beat Thanos. even with the Infinity Gauntlet, especially if Goku is able to use called Ultra Instinct. And even if just in blue and red, he'd be able to win against Thanos, I think. Because Goku moves quicker than the speed of light and speed of sound and shit like that. So he'd get to Thanos before he could even snap, and he'd just like crush his fingers and stuff. I think Goku would flog Thanos. J Fighter, you know what? I'll give you this. Superman in Arrowverse has a terrible design. Yeah, bro. Dude, what's with the fucking like the cape thing coming here? It just looks fucking whack. That when I saw that cape and stuff like that, I was like, that's pretty whack. I feel like 81 degrees Celsius for my computer. Degrees Celsius. Bro, if it's 81 degrees Celsius, I don't think it's 81 degrees Celsius. You might be Fahrenheit, because 81 degrees Celsius is fucking, dude, that's like fucking, whoa. Whew. Ray, Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker is fucking owns Ray any day of the week. Junior, who would win, Thanos or the Infinity Gauntlet? Well, the Infinity Gauntlet wins every time against Thanos. J Fighter 11, Darkseid or Thanos? I would say Darkseid would wreck Thanos any day of the week, especially with the mother boxes. When it comes to like this stuff, it's basically whoever writes it determines who wins. But I'd probably, see, it depends which Thanos you're talking about, which Darkseid you're talking about, and stuff like that. But I mean, it could go either way for me. Just depends which one we're talking about. Night Kai, I'll be in a second. Brad, your number one favorite YouTuber movie reviewer. Ooh. I probably, the one person that I go to first would be John Campier. He's the first person I go and watch. So he's probably my favorite. Film Attackers, no, it hits 90 at the time. Apparently for gaming, dude, really? 90 degrees is so fucking hot. Ooh. That's fucking hot, bro. That's hot. Like, that is like I can cook shit in the oven at that temperature. That's pretty fucked. Ronan, not exactly as the Infinity Gauntlet was forced into creating by Thanos, and the Infinity Gauntlet has 50% OG killing him. Oh, Ronan. J Fighter, how would you reboot the DCEU? How would I reboot it? So I'd start off with Man of Steel. A Batman movie. I'd have a Wonder Woman movie. Then I would have... then I would do my Aquaman and a Flash movie. Then I would do my Justice League movie. Then I would do like my Shazam, my Cyborg. Then I would do like basically Man of Steel 2 and stuff like that. And yeah, I'd just go like that. That's how I would start things off. I wouldn't even worry about Suicide Squad and shit like that, to be honest. Yes, you can, Kylie. You can cook it in 90 degrees. Trust me. I've cooked shit in 90 degrees before. J Fighter, for me, I would make Batman not a killer. Also, Superman would act like Superman. Batman and Superman would take place after, therefore become friends, because it then makes Suicide Squad as a Batman film. There you go. I would just focus on Man of Steel first, Batman, then I would do a Wonder Woman one, and then I would probably maybe do a Flash and Aquaman movies, and then a Justice League movie. That's what I would do. And then obviously you get like your Green Lanterns and stuff to come in next in the next phase. That's how I do it. Brad, you are officially my favorite movie review on YouTube. Thanks, Brad. That's awesome. I'm glad that you like my movie reviews and stuff like that. There's going to be plenty more when it kickstarts again. And that's awesome, Brad. I'm glad that I can, be your favorite. That's awesome. Think Community, you're back again. All righty. I know, Kylie. I know. Kylie just doesn't know. Omega Red, Taron as Wolverine. I mean, yeah, I'm down. Him and Tom Hardy would be my two as Wolverine. I would be down for them two to play Wolverine. It's going to be interesting to see who they cast as Wolverine because Hugh Jackman has been Wolverine for so long. And it's kind of like, I don't know if I can see anyone else. So that's going to be interesting to see. Oh, here we go. Kylie. Where is it, Kylie? Let's see. I don't know, Kylie. I don't see it. Wait. Oh, yeah. My bad. I read that wrong. Think of me. Have you seen Money Heist series? No, I haven't, and I don't care for it, to be honest. I don't really want to watch it, so that's just me. Jay Fighter, have you seen Gotham 10-year time jump? Because they want to do Batman. That's why they did the 10-year time jump, so they can do Batman. Hugh Jackman is friends with Taron, but it would be funny if they got a real Canadian man. Can you imagine Wolverine saying... Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just going to be hard seeing someone else play Wolverine after seeing Hugh Jackman play him for so long. That's going to be interesting. I'm more interested to, so you got Wolverine, Magneto, and Professor X. I'm interested to see who's going to play them three in the MCU. That's going to be interesting. So, Film Attackers, I'm worried. Bro, you must be... I'd be worried too, bro. Jay Fighter, Henry Cavill is reportedly in talks for Wolverine. Ooh, I can see that. Because he's sort of there on the same size as Hugh Jackman, I believe. So I could see why they would go down there, but I don't know if he will. It'd be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see who plays Wolverine. So, Jay Fighter, how many seasons did you watch of Gotham? I think Kylie got 4. I think I've watched 4 seasons or something like that. So, yeah. Brad, movies you missed in 2019. Well, that's a heap because there's so many that come out. But if you're going to... So, in 2019, Cats. I missed that one on purpose because I knew it would be fucking trash and I didn't want to watch it. Didn't want to waste my money on that. So, I'm glad I missed that one. I actually missed out on Ford v Ferrari. I was going to go, but then I didn't get a chance to see it. And then I finally saw it, and I now own it. And I think that's a phenomenal film. So, but Cats was one that I was like, nah, fuck that. Omega Red, Jason Momoa as Sabretooth. I heard that one as well. So, I mean, Jason Momoa, that would be pretty cool. Jay Fighter, I think David Mazur, I don't know how to say the last name, sorry, from Gotham is the second best live action Batman, right behind Bale. Disagree. I think Ben Affleck's the best Batman, and then Bale is. I don't think David is. I don't consider him as Batman. He's a little bitch. He's a little crybaby. Yeah, no, I don't like how they did that show, how they went down the Batman route. Should Wolverine wear his yellow spandex? To be honest with you, no, because I don't think it would translate well to their screen. I think some things on the comic book page don't translate well onto the big screen. So some things you can't do that would work. And I don't think the yellow spandex works. Yo, Altec, cooking barbecue ribs. Nice, mate. I love fucking barbecue ribs. Cook me some on that laptop too. Did you even see him as a play Batman? I think so. It might have been that bad that I just forget. So here we go. Ronan, top 20 favorite actors in order of worst to best and reasons why for your next video. That's hard. That would be a hard one to do. I mean, that would be a hard one to do. So I don't know. I have to think about that one. My top 20 favorite actors. That's I'd have to Omega Red. I mean, Captain America suit works, but they could militarize it. But I want Logan to wear his mask. Yeah, the Captain America one, they did do some adjustments in that. But yeah, that one translated well. But sometimes they don't always translate well. Like, that's why I think they went away from the Superman with the red underwear over the blue. I mean, that's sort of like doesn't sort of like fit. Like, why would he wear red underwear over? But I know it's like the traditional thing. But yeah, so you got to adapt things. Did I see the finale? I don't know, J5, to be honest, because I've just totally forgotten that Gotham because I haven't watched for ages and I just hated where they were going. So, I don't know. If I did, I don't know. I'd have to go back and rewatch it, J5, to really have a look. It'd be interesting though. Yeah, it would, Ronan. It would, but it's just so hard to do. So many. Brad moves blonde hair. Nope. Carly didn't meet it, so yeah. J5, you should do some suit rankings on your channel at some point. I will go through the suits. Yeah, so I will eventually do that. Film tired, so my laptop is 100 degrees Celsius apparently. Dude, just keep cooking those ribs. Junior, pizza or hot dogs? Hot dogs. I'm taking hot dogs. Well, then you can't tell me it's the worse than Affleck. They altered his voice. To me, Affleck's the best Batman. He knew what Batman was. That's just me. And then Bale. But then I might have seen him and just gone, and it's a pretty shitty version of him. Then I've just forgot about him. So I'd have to rewatch it. Like, there's a lot of things I have to rewatch to jog my memory again. Ronan, Bunning, Snag, or hot dogs? Bunning, Snag. So yeah. Bruh, go blonde for the world. No, Kylie didn't meet my requirements, so not going blonde. Not going blonde. Not transforming yet. J Fighter, Ben might have known who Batman was, but Snyder didn't. Yeah, I know, but I still think Ben. I wanted to see Ben Affleck Batman film so much, so yeah. Bunning, Snag, or football every day. Brad, favorite kind of pizza? Meat lovers. Barbecue meat lovers, bruv. It's the only way to go. So, yeah. So, to me, barbecue meat lovers. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I should probably go to bed now. Alrighty. Well, Ronan, football or meeting every MCU superhero actor? Football. Film takers, I mean, they should have let Ben Affleck direct his own Batman. Yeah, bro, they should have let him direct it and did it. Fucking bullshit. Yeah, Snyder had no idea Batman is. Yeah, fucking bullshit. I want to see Ben Affleck do it so bad. I want to see him direct and star in a Batman one. I thought it would have been fucking sick. No, they didn't. So it'd be interesting to see what Matt Reeves does with Batman. So, yeah. Alrighty. Well, I think we're going to call it a night for me. I'm going to go to bed. J-Fighter, they did let Ben do it. He walked out. Yeah, there's like a whole thing behind what happened and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think it was like a big thing with him and what happened with Ben and that stuff like that. So there's so much into it. So yeah. Oh, thanks, Ronan. Yeah, so I'm going to call it night, people. Thank you for joining me. This has been fun. We're going to do this every week, and we are going to do a stream where we are going to absolutely just ask me whatever. Obviously, tonight, Think Community came in, and he asked the hard-hitting questions. So, all right, Brad, here we go. Would you go blonde if someone beats you in a movie quiz? No. I will go blonde. I will go blonde if the Film Attackers or Kylie can beat me in a Dragon Ball quiz. Then I will go blonde because I have a clear-cut advantage there, and I would then be able to, I shouldn't lose. Where if it's a movie quiz, it's pretty even between me and the Film Attackers. It could go either way. It just depends on the questions. But if it's a Dragon Ball one, I have an advantage. I'm the favorite, Therefore, there's more for me to lose. Where if it's a 50-50, I'm not risking it. So, yeah. But thank you for joining me. We're going to do this every weekend where you ask questions and stuff like that. It's fun. It's enjoyable. So, yeah, get your questions ready. So, it's the same. Going to be the same time every week as well. Every weekend. It's going to be the same time. We can go for 2 hours, stuff like that. So, Jay Fighter, you should do a love debate with the film attackers on movies you disagree. Oh, bro, you want to know? There's one movie we disagree on hard, and that's Midsommar. Midsommar, we were having a chat about it too, and we heavily disagree on those movies, like on that movie. That's a pretty interesting debate between us on that one. So, Ronan, I'm going to find crazy questions that are just like color. What's the tree in the background for the first? Oh, of course you are. Of course you are. On Guardians 2, but I can see where he's coming from. I can understand why he thinks it's like that because he resonates with that connection between Star-Lord and Ego. So I respect that because he connects it. It's like Thor. I connect with the Thor, Odin, and Loki relationship more than he does. And he connects with the Guardians one between Star-Lord and Ego. So I understand why he has that up there because he can connect and relate to it a whole lot more. And when you can connect and relate to a movie, it makes it infinitely better. That's why I can relate to After Earth between the father and son relationship. I can relate to that a lot more than, say, someone else that doesn't have that connection. They can't relate. That's why I like After Earth so much, because I connect to it. I relate to it. But anyway, I'm going to go because I need to get some sleep. But we're going to have some more Wasted Potential coming out this week. I might even do the suit one this week. That might come out this week as well. There's some things as well that I'm going to go in to. And yeah, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for joining me. Give us a like, subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, so thank you all for joining me. It's been fun. I've enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in the next videos I make. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next stream. Same time next week. So have yourselves a lovely day. Stay safe. And yeah, just don't do anything stupid like I do. So yeah, peace out, everyone.